I'm the lead dog. 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 I'm the lead dog. 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 I'm the lead dog. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. What's the word, my good people?
That boy is good.
What's the word? What's the word, man? I hope y'all feeling great. Hope y'all are doing good today. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, man. Listen, I want to go ahead and get this one out the way. I know the Banter and Barter Show was supposed to do a live stream. We were supposed to do a live stream on Friday. However, that's the bad news. The good news is we're going to do back-to-back. So this upcoming week, we're going to do Friday live stream, and then that following week, we're going to do another Friday live stream to make sure we get us back in motion, all right? You know what I'm saying? For the people who missed it. So also keep us on schedule as well. All right. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. If you enjoy the channel and you want to continue to see this channel grow, make sure you share it with your family and friends. Make sure you continue to like. Make sure you engage with the videos that I post on a daily basis. And if you really and truly rocking with your boy, support the channel with a super chat and or a cash app. All right. So that being said, I want to go ahead and get into these topics because we got a lot of things to cover. What the hell? What up, Court? What's good with you? What the hell you been at? What the hell you been at, man? But hey, I appreciate you for tapping in. I appreciate you for tapping in with your boy. All right. So I want to go ahead and get into these topics, man. We got a lot of things to cover from Draymond Green. Then I got a series that's coming out about getting ready for the All-Star game, because for those of y'all who don't know, the NBA All-Star game will be held in Phoenix in 2027. So I want to start talking about that today. But however, I'm not coming at it the way that you think I'm going to come at it. I'm talking about it and what it can do for the city, how it benefits, you know, the things that goes on behind the scenes, what it takes to actually build the entirety of the NBA All-Star game. So I'm going to create an entire series. I'm going to post, I think I'm going to be doing topics every week on it all the way up to February. So it's going to be a series. It's going to be pretty dope. It's going to be pretty dope. And then we got some other topics that we're going to cover as well. What's his name? Nolan Wells, a friend of his. You know, he had some things to say about the incident that happened in Wales. Then you got women defending women who got over 60-something bodies. We got a lot. Jason Lee going at Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, man, it's a lot. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. So y'all make sure y'all lock in with your boy, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and get into this first topic right now. Let's go ahead and talk about the Phoenix Suns. Let's go ahead and talk about the Phoenix Suns and what they got going on in regards to the NBA All-Star weekend, all right? So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's get it. Well, if we can get this thing to load up.
Without further ado, it's my honor to announce the
Can y'all can't see that, can you? See, here we go with the BS. Here we go with the bush. Let me reset. And come with that nonsense, man.
Without further ado, it's my honor to announce the 2027 NBA All-Star Game will be here at the Footprint Center. Congratulations. And just a few thank yous from me.
Y'all can y'all see that? Y'all can't see that, can you?
Matt, of course, Ishbia, thank you for your
What up, ambitions?
encouraging me to get back here so quickly. To your brother Justin, to Josh Bartelstein, the entire Suns organization. Thank you for your support. Matt, as you all know, has made his.
Okay, I do not like that. All right, so let's take it over here. It's a black screen. You can hear it. Okay.
This is Phoenix.
As I said before, All-Star Weekend 2027 is going to be here in Phoenix, Arizona. It was announced by the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, the owner of the Phoenix Suns, Matt Asheba, and Kay Gallagher, which is the governor of the of Phoenix, Arizona, right? They announced that it will be here. Now, here's the thing to take into consideration. They are spending over $400 million for this All-Star game. $400 million. All right, so that entails everything that comes along: the dunk contest, 3-point contest, the All-Star game, and everything that comes with it. You're gonna have so many legends popping in, so many All-Stars, so many different people, celebrities coming in from different players, different areas of the country. Everybody's gonna be here. Now, with that being said, here's a couple of things that I believe needs to happen. One, Glendale needs to get their shit together. What do I mean by that? Because we know we got 7 months to get our shit in order. 7 months. Glendale, we just had a shooting in Westgate. There was just a shooting in Westgate. For those of y'all who never been to Phoenix, for those of y'all who never been to Glendale, Arizona, that's where you have this, they call it Westgate. They got so many clubs, so many bars, different clubs out there. That's you also got the Arizona, you got the State Farm, Arizona Cardinals stadium out there as well. So it's a lot of, and then you got the shopping mall over there as well. And they've built a lot. And the last time that the All-Star game was here was in 2009. And there have been so many different things that have been built, so many residences that have been built, many businesses that have been built. It does not look the same in Arizona that it did back in 2009 when nothing was barely here, right? You got the new resort that they're building right now over there in Glendale by Westgate as well. So they're really trying to make that a main attraction. Because here's the problem. Every time there's a big event, every time there's something huge that comes to Phoenix, Arizona, every time they go to Scottsdale, Arizona, even the people here for the most part that live here, if they want to party, they want to go have a good time, where do they typically go? All the money goes over to Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, I think there's a leak. I think there's a problem. Meaning, downtown Phoenix does not have a really good nightlife. In my personal opinion, when you think of Arizona, you don't think about nightlife. You don't think about, hey, listen, I'm trying to go downtown. I'm trying to hit downtown Phoenix. I'm trying to see what's going on out there in these streets. Me personally, I think they need better clubs. I think they need better spaces. They need better spaces for people to come kicking and enjoy their time and have a good time. They don't have many places. You got these tight bars. You got like places like the Alley Bar. Nothing that is upscale, especially for when you got celebrities and things coming in. If you want celebrities to come spending money, you got to bring that attraction. You got to have that attraction downtown too. If you want your money to go downtown, because Scottsdale can't keep taking all the money. And then now you go over here to Glendale, they're building things over here. You have an NFL stadium over there, but guess what? Y'all don't know how to act right over there in Glendale, Arizona, because y'all trying to shoot people. So if we can get that under control, now you have another space to where people can leave downtown Phoenix and go straight over here to Glendale, because Glendale is only 15-20 minutes from downtown, so it's not that far. Versus downtown Phoenix going straight to Scottsdale, which is about 30 minutes. Then you got Goodyear, Arizona. Goodyear, Arizona, they don't really have a nightlife, which is also about another 20-25 minutes from downtown Phoenix. They need to start producing a nightlife in that area, in that space. $400 million is coming into town, plus some. People gonna be ready to spend money. That's why they got casinos. That's why they started building these casinos and all these different attractions. So if we want to start getting this money, now mind you, Phoenix, Arizona, they're operating in the surplus. I want to be clear about that. They're not operating in the deficit at all. They're operating in the surplus. Many businesses have been coming here, especially you have many data centers coming here as well. they're operating in good standing. But here's the thing for people to take more advantage of when you talk about Phoenix, Arizona. When you think of Phoenix, Arizona, you don't think nightlife. You don't think club life. You think retirement. You think potential entrepreneurship, room for growth and entrepreneurship, which there is, right? So this is a great time for food vendors, people who wanted to start opening their business, pop-up shops downtown, content creators. For those of y'all who are wanting to embark in the content creation zone, this can be something huge for you. This can be something huge for you, because I'm pretty sure if you're going to be out in these streets, you're going to be bumping into a lot of celebrities. And mind you, this is also a great time for you to start getting real in tune with your locals. Getting in tune with your locals. I think this will be great. And I think this is great that they're bringing it back, because it's been 18 years since it's been 18 years since the last one happened. So I think this will be pretty dope. I think this will be pretty dope. And so I'm going to continue to keep talking more and more about this. I'm going to continue to report it from a different standpoint on the money aspect of it, like what goes on behind the scenes and how we can continue to build and improve the city. Because Phoenix, Arizona is one of the largest, I think it's number 5 or the largest cities in the country. And you don't have a nightlife? Nah, fam. There's a lot of money to go around. There's a lot of opportunity. And mind you, there's going to be a ton of visibility. A ton of visibility to go around. So whatever you got going on, if you've been thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or trying to figure some things out, this is the time to do it. This is the time to start preparing for it. You got 7 months. 7 months to start getting things in order. Because this can be a great opportunity for you in whatever it is that your business is. Great opportunity. Great opportunity for networking. But I tell you what, though, when they are here, I'm pretty sure it's not going to take away from Scottsdale at all. But there are going to be a lot of people at Global Ambassadors. There are going to be a lot of people at ETA in Scottsdale. There are going to be a ton of matching parties. 100%. You're going to see a lot of IRL streamers. I ain't going to hold you. One of my goals is to get into the All-Star game. To get into the All-Star game without paying. I'm dead ass. That's one of the goals. I want to experience the All-Star game through and through, from behind the scenes all the way up to the NBA All-Star game. I want to be able to, that's one of the reasons why I'm covering it. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a local. I'm a local in the area, so why not cover it? Ain't nobody's talking about it right now. Nobody is going to be talking about it from my perspective. Nobody's going to be talking about it from the angle that I'm coming from the earn not giving perspective. Nobody's going to be talking about it. Everybody's just going to be talking about who's going to be getting picked, who they think is going to be on the lineup, who they think going to be on the dunk contest, who they think going to be doing the 3-point contest. That's what they're going to be talking about. I'm talking about it from the business perspective. I'm talking about it from the $4 million perspective, and how we can actually elevate the community, and how we can continue to keep building this community and continue to keep growing it to make Phoenix, Arizona one of the main attractions. When you talk about Arizona, like, hey man, they got a dope nightlife out there. Because it's cool, because one of the main reasons a lot of people don't like coming to Phoenix anyway is because of the heat. That's what it's mainly known for. Hey man, it's hot in the mud out here. But then if you can caveat it with, hey, but they got a great nightlife though. They got a lot of things to do out there though. So I can overlook the heat for a minute. I just won't go during the summertime, but I'll definitely go during the wintertime, because the nightlife is still dope. There's a ton of people. There's a ton of celebrities out here that live out here to this day that you wouldn't even know. Charles Barkley, one of them. So something to think about, y'all. Something to think about. But again, I'm going to be covering more and more of this on a consistent basis. MJ, I know it's not all heat, bro. I know it's not all heat, but for sure, one of the many reasons why a lot of people don't like coming here is because of the heat. That's one of the reasons. One of the main reasons a lot of people don't like coming here is because of the heat. Arizona has 7 of the world's climates in one state. You can travel 50 miles in any direction and change elevation completely. That's facts. Listen, the way that it feels in Scottsdale, it feels totally different. It will feel totally different like in Glendale or Buckeye. It's totally different. The temperature does change. And yeah, the further you go up north of Arizona, yeah, the cooler it gets. Yeah, that's for sure. Exactly. United Phoenix, I feel you though, big dog. I feel you. But yeah, man. But yeah, this is gonna be dope. I can't wait, man. We're gonna have so many more topics to cover in regards to this series, this All-Star series. It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you, I'm covering it for the next 7 months. Covering it for the next 7 months because I want to bring visibility not only to this All-Star weekend game, but I'm coming at it from a different perspective. All right. So that being said, I appreciate it. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, as well as let me know, man. Are y'all planning on going to the All-Star game? Are you planning on tuning in? Are you gonna be one of those ones who want to go to the All-Star game? Let me know in the comments. All right.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here, and make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So look, I want to go ahead and go over to this next topic. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're rocking with the channel, make sure you support the channel with a super chat and a cash app or a cash app. All right, so what we got? We'll go with Draymond Green after these 2 topics. So I want to go to this one real quick. I think I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one just because, a lot of things has been going on with Nolan Wells, and we still don't have a lot of evidence in regards to what happened. So we're gonna have to figure it out. We'll figure it out in a second. I'm glad I'm up north. I'm not trying to do that kind of heat. I'm telling you, where you at, Ambitions? Same. You ain't trying to do that. Monsoon is coming. Yup. Monsoon will be here in August. Monsoon season will be here in August. Yup. So we shall see how that works out. We shall see, dog. We shall see. But let's get into this Nolan Wells really quick. So Nolan Wells' best friend says the death of his friend was not a whole race thing. So basically saying it's not because of race. Oh, you in Detroit? Oh shit, you out there with AD, out there with Anton Daniels. That's what's up. But he's saying that it's not a race thing. So we're gonna get the full context on what he's talking about. Then we'll give our thoughts and our opinions. So with that being said, let's go ahead and rock out.
Javon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it. So
describe that. That's kind of interesting. What was that about?
He was just very hostile. Like he was just like really like mad. Like they were just trying to, like, the parents on that boat were trying to get him out.
I'm curious if the police have. I know they said they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Really?
Okay.
Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, like I had said my plea, like, because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunherd, it was whenever, the body was discovered and the autopsy people and all those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. because you knew Nolan well, and you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found. And I would think they would at least want to know, hey, just the things we're asking.
Right.
You know, did you ever hear of any of this stuff? It's odd to me.
Just to gather information.
Yeah, that the cops wouldn't have contacted you. Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. Like, that's my boy, and I want him to find justice. Like that, like this whole case thing, like whatever, like this whole situation, and none of this adds up to me. So like, it's really hard, like, for like people to just like keep on saying things when like none of it adds up, honestly.
So one of the things that I'm sure, Javon, you've seen has been a big part of this story. People making the point that, at least in the photos that we initially saw, that Nolan was the only African American kid who was out there, at least on that boat. Do you think, having been there on the island with this large group of people, that race plays a factor in whatever happened here?
Again, I don't want to answer that question. I wouldn't say, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to answer that question. I mean, obviously we go to Ocean Springs, we're gonna have white friends. So like,
you don't want to answer that question. What y'all think? Do y'all think he know? Do y'all think he knows something, or he just don't want to? He just don't want to speak out of place. He just don't want to say something, then it end up turning into something else, because he has, regardless of what people say, this topic is still sensitive. So anything that he is saying, anything that he says that comes out of his mouth, somebody's gonna take it and they're gonna run with it. Considering the fact that, because if he says, well, you know, we're around a bunch of white guys, so I could possibly see it could be a race thing. Everybody gonna run with it. I told you. And here come the Pan-Africanisms all out the streets. I told you. I told you. What I tell you? What I tell you? See, man, that why I don't hang around white people now. See, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because they will take everything out of context. Mississippi cops do not like to investigate murder blacks. I never pulled the race card, but that's my home state, and I have some unsolved murders. Oh yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm not oblivious to it, right? I'm not oblivious to it. I understand. I was raised in Alabama, right? So I'm not oblivious to it. I understand what's going on. In Mississippi is worse than Alabama, if you ask me, right? But in this regard, though, just like I said last time, I can't say it's a race thing until it is proven. I can't be, because think about it. If I were to say right now on this live stream, right now on this platform, because guess what? Content is forever, right? If I were to say, yeah, bro, it's a race thing, 100%. Now I have the liberty to retract my statement at any given time. I do. But I want to try to make sure I remain as authentic as I possibly can while I'm talking about these topics that are sensitive, that we do not have the full evidence on. And I want to try to make sure I keep it P all across the board until I get full evidence of what's going on. Then I can give a true verdict. But I can't say that it's race, regardless if my heart is telling me, regardless if the evidence or what it may seem like I know where we're at. I know where this has taken place. I can understand the proximity, but I still can't say that's what happened. I can't. As much as I would want to say it, or how much it may be leaning towards it, I can't do it. Because then I would have to keep that same language or keep that same energy when it comes to something else, a different conversation or a different topic that don't involve race. So now I got to keep that same energy when I'm like, nah, big dog. Well, what about last time when you said that this was this and it wasn't even that? If I don't got evidence, I can't say what it is. I'm not going to say what it is. You feel me?
I guess it's pretty normal down here, but
you say I think they were doing heavy drugs and something bad happened, but I don't think it's a race thing. I just think it's stupid kids. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's exactly what I look at. I think it was a jealous hazing that went too far. A hazing? What kind of hazing though? It wasn't like he was trying to join a fraternity in high school. Because he was about to get ready to go off. He's about to get ready to go off to school. That was his final. That was his final hoorah before he went off to college to go hit his own for training camp. Just like the camera thing, just like Charlie Kirk, it was mentally ill. People had behaving badly. Yup, exactly. The cops just don't care for the value of life. And yeah, but see, yeah, the Mississippi cops down there, they're different. They are a whole different breed across the board. If you ain't a part of the good old boys club, I'm telling you, you're gonna have some issues. And I don't think it's just the black thing. I think that's just across the board. They different down there in Mississippi, dog. They are different.
Yeah, I mean, and I hear you. If that's
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair.
you're
Fair.
saying that it's normal, it's not out of place to be a black teen in that area and that you have white friends, right? That's
Yeah,
not
like,
not uncommon, is what you're saying.
I'm sure every black person has white friends somewhere, you know.
Facts.
So I wouldn't say that it's a whole race thing, but it's just like obviously they're gonna paint it as that because none of this adds up.
Exactly. Exactly. Now you got it from a different. Now they got it from a different side of somebody who says, "Listen, man, we are around white people on a consistent basis. We hang around with them. We have a good time with them. We go to school with these individuals. We play sports together. There, we hang out like we're chilling." So the first way to sit up here and just point at racism is crazy. It's outlandish to me. Before we weigh any other option, we go straight to the race. We go straight to the race card. Oh, I got the race card. Pulling that bitch from the hill. Huh. Boom, boom. Race. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. It was said the 911 call was made, but the cops took their time. Yeah. So I think that's where it has to come on. I think it needs to be more of they need to investigate the cops. Some need to happen with that. Some need to happen with those cops, man. Because those cops been corrupt down there in Mississippi for a long time. Oh boy, we think in these other cities, no, Mississippi, they are a different breed out there. Them cops out there, listen, you do not want to get caught up in Mississippi. Nope, that's why I had to get up out of there immediately. I went to school there for my freshman year of college, and I said, "Oh, absolutely not. We got to get up out of here. We got to go." Thankfully, I didn't get caught up in nothing though. But God dang, talk about head on the swivel though. Nah, pimping. I don't want them kind of problems at all. But as far as we know right now, nothing alarming in regards to evidence has come out yet. So there's really nothing here. It's almost a nothing burger. This video as well, it just kind of confirms the fact that listen, we can't talk about race because we don't even know what even transpired for real. There we have so many different stories, so many different angles, people deleting messages, and one of the parents being a judge, et cetera, et cetera. And then Buddy's confirming, like, well, how can you hear him arguing with somebody when he way across the goddamn, when he far as hell away, but it sounds so clear? That don't even make sense, right? So there's still no evidence. So I think they're still going to be talking about this for a minute. I know their parents aren't going to let up on this. So we're going to see, man. We are going to see. Me and my mom were driving, and there was a roadblock. We stopped, and the cops pulled guns and cussed us out. They even got what? Go on get. Wait, what part of Mississippi you was in? If they still saying go on get, what part of Mississippi you was in, Fukari? Go on get. I ain't heard that one in a hot minute. Go on get. That's hilarious. As far as I know, the cops took him out. Oh, you in with Winona? Oh no, nope. I was in Clinton, Mississippi. Right there down the street from Jackson, Mississippi. I mean, not Jackson, Mississippi, but from Jackson State University. Was right down the street. Went to Mississippi College. Then I had to leave that freshman year. Nope. Get me up out of there. Immediately. Immediately. You hear me? Get me gone. Let me see something real quick, my people.
My brother's.
Oh, does that pop up?
Another one.
Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. Just had to make sure. Just had to make sure it was working. All right. Let's go to this next topic. So Big Tigger, man. Big Tigger was in the media because his estranged wife was claiming that he was putting his hands on Shorty. Saying that he was putting his hands on Shorty. We saw the video. We saw the so-called video of her, I'm guessing at this point, is makeup, or when she hit her face in the corner of the door in the studio. Then we saw another video of, I guess, her son or whoever he was. Mr. Tigger. We saw that video and we saw how that transpired. It's like, Shorty, nobody believes you. And let alone on the Banter and Barter show, shout out to JBN, shout out to Unbiasedly Raw, he had brought to our attention that she's also that same woman whose 8-year-old daughter went missing. What, back in when was it? When was it, 2023, something like that? When her daughter went missing. And come to find out, Shorty has got arrested on outstanding kidnapping warrants. Outstanding kidnapping warrants.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. What?
Yeah.
Man, look at, man, hell no. You lying to me? You lying?
So we're going to get into it and then we're going to give our thoughts and opinions. So let's go ahead and rock out, man.
We are covering the unfolding saga, Eric, and now has turned into a bit more of a legal saga that we are seeing with Big Tigger, his estranged wife. I understand she has been arrested on some pretty serious charges.
Yeah, it's a never-ending story, it feels like. So this is completely separate from the domestic abuse charges that her estranged husband, Big Tigger, faces. This is her on her own, Alicia Brown. So on the 7th, which was yesterday, she was arrested. This is her mugshot. In Hart County. She was around mile marker 177 on Interstate 85 when a deputy there at their sheriff's department saw her car, and they had a bolo be on the lookout for. And she was in a Range Rover, a black Range Rover. They pulled her over with the license plate matching. Here's a little bit from that arrest warrant, the incident report.
On 7/6/2026, Deputy Shed, while on patrol in Interstate 85 near the 177 mile marker northbound, which is located within the jurisdiction of Hart County, was notified of a be on the lookout or BOLO from a deputy with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office for a vehicle traveling northbound on Interstate 85 that was being driven by a female subject wanted for kidnapping 2 juvenile children from Fulton County. That was Georgia. Oh, from Fulton County, Georgia. That was freshly committed. Damn, what? The suspect vehicle was described as a 2023 black over white Range Rover SUV bearing blank license plate.
Here that we were able to get our hands on here. At the time, she had, from Fulton County Sheriff's Office, there was a warrant there for her arrest in relation to that. Within the past 10 minutes, our assignment desk and our digital team, Jameson, she has talked with the Fulton County Clerk's Office, who have said since that arrest yesterday, those warrants.
But hold on, though. Here's my question, though. Did Tig not know about that? How crazy this woman is? Were there not any signs beforehand, before you decided to get married to this woman? What was going on through his? Now, I'm not victim blaming here, but I I gotta talk about both sides of the aisle here, though. Fam, what were you doing? What were you thinking about? Did you not know this woman was crazy? Did you not know this woman had a screw loose? Like, was she that good of a manipulator to the point where you were overlooking all the red flags? You mean to tell me that that box was that wet and it had you in a trance, my dog? I don't understand it. I don't.
Warrants here in Fulton County have been dismissed. Now, there is still another warrant, which is kidnapping charges. This is coming out of Baltimore County, Maryland. We have not been able to get those arrest warrants, they say, until she's extradited back and has a first appearance in court up there. But she did have a first appearance this morning. Again, this is all related to around a daughter, a child, where there seems to be just some custody issues with. I talked with a lawyer one-on-one earlier today just to break down these charges. So keep in mind, we're not, the traditional sense of when you hear kidnapping, maybe force. That is not the kidnapping we're necessarily thinking of in this particular case. But when it comes to children in custody, if she is not the legal guardian, if she doesn't have any rights and she has or knows of something or takes or places a child somewhere else, then that is where this all comes in. And a lot of this we believe is unfolding since that first incident, again, not related to this, but the public, the notoriety and just the social media of it all. We believe maybe the child's father might have come forward to police up there in Baltimore County. Take a listen to just some of the questions that I was able to ask a defense attorney here, really good criminal attorney.
It could have come from the child's father. Maybe he reignited the issue because he was the one that initially was awarded custody from from a family law dispute. Now, do I think it's kidnapping in the sense when most people traditionally think of kidnapping? No. But the law does encompass that if you do not have full legal rights and you take your child, that is kidnapping. There is a felony interference with custody here in Georgia as well. So they've taken out a warrant here as well as the kidnapping warrant in Maryland as well. So she's got two cases that she has to face. So once she's either granted bond on the case in Maryland, she's going to have to return to Georgia and address those felony charges of interference with custody.
We've done that interview. It sounds like whatever happened in Fulton County, those warrants, that has been either dismissed or that is not applicable to what we're talking about anymore. But I did talk with Baltimore County Police. She will be extradited back to Baltimore. That could take place within the next 30 days. It just kind of depends there. But she did have her first appearance. But to put it plainly, if I was going to write a simple line, this is...
Man, she going to get probation. She might get a little slap on the wrist, nothing crazy, nothing out of pocket. But that still goes back to my statement. You didn't know who this woman was, bro? That still goes back to my regular statement. You been with her. How long you been with this woman? I don't know, fam.
Really just a messy situation, right? We're not only, of course, dealing with what we saw earlier when it came to Big Tigger, but now she has her own issues that are coming about. And the lawyer was saying, I asked, will any of these kind of overlap? If, will Big Tigger's legal team come forward and maybe use some of this against her? Very well could be the case, even though they are two separate ones. His legal team could show, this is what she has a history of or something like that. So it can be used against her in a certain way. And then obviously a lot of the social media posts that we've been seeing, unfortunately, he calls Facebook and Instagram the FBI because it's just so much information that's out there. And now we're just seeing a lot of what you're putting online will be used when it comes to a court of law.
It's, don't let the Facebook and Instagram sleuths, the TikTok FBI get to it of it all. Eric, I appreciate you breaking it down so thoroughly because we have seen so much back and forth online, and it's really important to focus on what is confirmed and what we do know. And unfortunately, this situation is messy, like you mentioned, and it's embroiled not just him and his estranged wife, but also a co-host, right? And it's to the point where...
And children. Because
children.
they share a child together. She has another child. There were two. I believe there were two kids, and I'm so old, I have glasses now.
As you should, do it.
There were two kids in the car at the time of the arrest that are also entangled in this, as well as a third child that we're talking about who we believe might be 17.
At the end of the day, man, I don't trust him. At the end of the day, I do not trust her whatsoever, bro. I don't trust at all, man. Man, y'all gotta watch out who y'all dealing with. Real talk, man. Y'all really have to. I understand why a lot of these chicks doing background research, doing background searches on people, man, because a lot of people be having a lot of shit in, be having a lot of shit secrets in the closet, bro. A lot of these people be bat shit crazy. Not saying that she is, but man, shit's crazy, bro. But hey, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. Because, hey.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yep. Okay, let me go over here. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. Give me a second, y'all. FOK, did you say it was in? Did you say the full video was in that for that video you sent? I don't see the actual original video in here. In the description, I don't see it. Let me see. I gotta find the original video though. I gotta find the original video for that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. What's her name? Her name is. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Was that it? Was that it? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Give me a second. I might be able to find it real quick. Y'all just bear with me for a second. What's her name? Is it 2 N? No, just 1 N. Okay, that ain't. Yeah, that's definitely not. Okay, it might be on X then. Let me see if it's on X. Well, not the person who reacted to it, the actual person who made it, that content, who said what they said. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, not there. So let's go over here to the TikTok. Let's go. I think we found her. Where did they go? Oh, there it is. I'm about to say, no, I ain't tripping. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I already see what's going on here. I already see what's popping. I already see what's going on here. All right, but we're gonna listen to it though. Let's see where it's at. I didn't trust no shorty with a haircut like that. She a whole leaning, a whole right leaning. Is this the one? Let me see. Okay. So you said proving my point. All right, so let's see if I can find this video, the original video. Ah, here we go. Nah, I ain't know you having trouble nothing. All right, so let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Shout out to you, Fukare, for sending me this video. Let's check it out and see what this shorty is talking about. I haven't watched it yet because I wanted to watch it in real time. So let's see what she's talking about.
They don't join the military for the socialist benefits. Like, yeah, you want to defend your country, and yes, you want to be a brave hero, but also you want free housing. And also, I'm sure you want free college tuition for yourself or your spouse or your kid. And also, you want free healthcare, and also, you want pension and a very robust retirement. And also, you want vacation time and to travel the world and do all these things. And so you say that you're joining the military so that all Americans can benefit from freedom and all these wonderful things in the American dream. And yet you're the only one that gets to benefit from the things that you vote against for everyone else. And the complaint that Republicans always have about why certain things in socialism don't work is because, well, they cost too much in taxes. I wonder what the largest portion of American tax dollars go to. Wow, it's almost like it's the military.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A grown ass goofy. Remember, I just told you, you that old gang.
Listen here, Caitlin. First and foremost, the tax dollars are mainly going to the military. Why? It's so that you can get on these platforms and say the egregious and dumb things that you are saying right now. It allows you to speak freely the way that you want to speak right now. That's why most of the money for you to be in a first world country where you think things are so bad, things are so egregious in your life to the point where you can sit up here and talk reckless, talk crazy about the military as to the people, because initially in the first portion, you're right. Some individuals would go into the military. Why? Because the military has a lot of benefits, right? It has a lot of benefits. Now, let's take into account the fact that, yes, if you do 20 years in the military, then you could talk about pensions and retirement and all of that good stuff. But if you're not doing 20 years, you can kiss pension goodbye. Now, that doesn't mean when you get your disability and things like that for things that happen to you in the military, that's an entirely different thing. Because guess what? Because they decided to volunteer themselves to go into the military, they are appreciated enough to like, hey, listen, we're gonna get these disability benefits because I injured myself. I was not the same. I'm not the same person I was going into the military as I am now getting out of the military. I'm not the same person. So therefore, we are subject to those benefits. While you are able to sit on here with your little Dennis the Menace haircut and talk crazy. Just sit here and talk crazy. The nerve. And why? And here's the crazy part. The holier than thou mindset. You wouldn't last a day in the military. You wouldn't last a day. You would not last 2 hours. Well, you might now. Ain't no telling. But you wouldn't last. Even now, you still wouldn't last. Why do you think we're the greatest? Why do you think we have the greatest military in America? Why do you think we have the greatest military? It's so you can do what it is that you're doing right now, talk crazy. The freedoms that we have in the military, the freedoms that we have in America today. Why do you think people want to come here? Why do you think America is so great? Besides the fact of bad things happen all across the country. Bad things happen all across the world. There's no getting away from it. No matter who you are, no matter how you feel about it, there's bad things going on all across the world. There's always something going on. But I guarantee one thing ain't going on right now. I guarantee you ain't got to look out your window and see a building getting bombed. I bet you don't see that. I bet you don't have to walk outside and fear for your life because somebody gonna snatch you up because you out here talking. Guarantee you ain't got to worry about it because your face ain't covered and you ain't got to worry about getting snatched up for that. Because that's how certain countries' cultures are. But you ain't having that conversation. You worrying about these individuals who decided to volunteer themselves to fight for the country, for your freedoms, from your freedoms, right? To do what it is you do, and you worried about their pockets. You over there counting their pockets. And worry about what the reasoning as to why they joined the military. Okay, so what was your reasoning for getting on TikTok and talking about this topic? What was your reasoning for that haircut? What was the reason for that haircut that you got?
Because they're paying for all of these social services for their active duty members and their veterans. As they should be. We should be using tax dollars to give Americans free housing and health care and education, so on and so forth. But clearly it's not an issue of the tax dollars. It's just about who gets to benefit from.
Yeah, the people who actually fought. The people who actually fought, they're going to get first dibs. The people who fought are going to get first dibs. What's the problem? Oh, so you're going to turn around and say, well, you're the one that decided to go into the military. Well, yes, because there are some people who went into the military who didn't have a future, who didn't know what they wanted to do with their life. So they used the military as a stepping stone to get them to where they wanted to go in life. Some people didn't have a trajectory, but they found themselves in the military. Some people did their 20 or are doing their 20. Some said, listen, I just needed to get myself on a path. I just needed to find some structure. So I did my 6 years or I did my 4 years. Now I'm back in action. I'm good now. Now I figured out what it is I wanted to do in life. It's a step. It could be a stepping stone. Why do you think other countries make it some other countries make it mandatory for kids, as soon as you turn 18, you got to join the military? Why do you think that is? You got to serve your country. We are the only ones where we make it dang near voluntary for you to join the military, and we still are considered the greatest. Make that mean. Now that's crazy. The fact that you don't have to get drafted, the fact that they don't even make it mandatory that you got to go into the military. And we're still considered the greatest military. Because guess what? Most of our tax dollars go to the military to make sure that we are able to protect this country. And yeah, so why complain? So why sit up here and complain about the very thing because you aren't getting the benefits? Yes, military is going to get benefits first. They're going to get first dibs no matter how you feel about it. So we all decide to do something, the smart thing to help you make a decision or the benefits you get in return. Yes. Yeah, she thought she was cooking. But let's see another video because I see another video where she kind of talk about this same video, but somebody said something to her. So
people in the military love voting Republican as if they don't join the military for the socialist benefits.
For the socialist benefits. All right, so let's go right here. Where was it? I just saw it. That haircut is egregious. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna make a quick follow-up on the video that's
let me say housing is not free. It comes out of our checks. We also pay for medical care. We pay into the GI Bill to use. So free is not the correct word. Traveling, we have to work around 2.5 months straight too. Yeah, you said
super viral of me talking about military people voting against socialist initiatives when they receive a lot of socialized benefits from being in the military. A very, very common comment that I have gotten on that video from service members is that what they are receiving in benefits are not free because of the work that they are putting in and because they're putting their lives on the line for those benefits. I never said that wasn't the case. I am aware that being in the military is very difficult. I am aware that you are willing to put your life on the line in order to get those things that you're getting. But that's also my point. My point is you could do a different job that maybe pays similar to being in the military and is certainly a hell of a lot safer. You don't have to risk your life. You don't have to be away from your family for months or sometimes years at a time. You won't have to do things that are going to make you wrestle with your own consciousness and the morality of the decisions that you've made. That's the point. The point is that all of the other socialized benefits from the military, like having much better, socialized healthcare, better socialized housing benefits, even after you retire, so that the houses you get, you don't have to pay the same taxes or anything like that. The assistance that you get for the rest of your life after being in the military is worth you putting your life on the line for.
Listen, the benefit, you don't get the same you do not get the same benefits working a regular job or choosing a different field or a different career field. Yes, there are cons when it comes to going into the military. You do have to understand that, yeah, you aren't going to be the same person going in as you are when you come out. Yeah, there are some people who experience traumas on a daily basis in the military, absolutely. But there are also people who discover traumas in regular jobs. There are also people who struggle, who have traumas in the neighborhood. There are people, we're all going to go through some sort of trauma in life. And so with this, if you are able to make it on the other side, I would say to come out unscathed, meaning you aren't batshit crazy. And that's not a shot at the people that are going through real things, but I'm just using it as, just as a term. I'm just saying it, right? I don't mean anything by it. But if you come out this bitch and now you was a solid person, but now you come back on the other side, now you batshit out your mind. Yes, you deserve that. You deserve those benefits. You deserve to get the socialized benefits. You deserve that because you're not going to get that at a 9 to 5. You could be traumatized all day long. All you're going to do is file a harassment complaint. You ain't going to get no benefits for the rest of your life once you leave that job, or if you decide to retire from that job. They don't even have, a lot of these jobs ain't even doing pensions anymore. So you ain't going to get a pension either. So no, in a lot of these cases, no, this is why a lot of people go into the military. That's why you see a lot of people who don't have a path or have a goal in life. They say, hey man, go into the military, figure some things out. At least for that matter, you'll be making some money, and then you're putting yourself in a position so when you do decide to get out of the military, you can get your disability benefits, because regardless of how y'all feel about it, things happen to people in the military, whether y'all like it or not. It ain't the same from walking in them crazy old heavy boots all day long and crazy terrain. Your body comes out not the same. Wearing rucksacks and all that all the time, Kevlar jumping down on the ground, all that extra stuff, it takes a toll on your body. No matter how you feel about it or what you think about it, it takes a toll on your body. And so being able to have those benefits, that's one of the reasons why they tell people to go into the military. Now, being able to, well, now I'm out of the military, but I still have to work my 9 to 5 job. But at least I have this over here that's paying me for my service in the military. I can also add that to my actual life where I have my job, and now I can do the things that I want to do in life versus somebody who decided to go get a regular job. And now y'all struggling and talking about, oh, well, what about taxpayers? Take the tax. Let's tax the rich. Let's tax the rich. We need to go after millionaires. You should not. Why should you have so much money? You're a trillionaire. Why don't you give some of that money to us? No. They worked their tail off to get to them trillions. And so, no. What did we beg for? Same thing with the military. They ain't begging for it. They volunteered to go into the military. They did their job. They did what they're supposed to do, and they made it to the other side. And now they get to reap the benefits of it. So what are they talking about, bro?
So many comments of people saying, I didn't join the military because I was patriotic. I joined because of the benefits, and I was willing to put my life on the line for those benefits. My point is, how can some of you not see that there are people who can't physically put their life on the line for those benefits, but who still deserve them because they are a human right. So
it's a what?
Much so that you're willing to die to earn them. We're on the same team.
No, we're not. 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 Nope. Because this is where the inclusion comes in. This is where the inclusion comes in. I'm sorry. Some things that happen to people are unfortunate, and sometimes life just isn't fair. 110%. Sometimes life isn't fair for a lot of people, right? Sometimes it's just not fair. But what we're not going to do is put a military vet who decided to go into the military, and by the grace of God, they made it to the other side, and now they are able to reap the benefits. We're not going to sit here and say the same thing for the person that unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to go into the military. Because guess what? That same logic that you just used, well, you didn't have to go into the military in order to get these benefits. Okay, well, tell that person who wasn't able to go into the military to go do something and get those benefits in, and let's see how that work out. Military comes first. No matter how you feel about it, the military comes first, and ain't nothing that you can do about it. You can sit here and talk all you want. There's nothing you can do about it. There is nothing that you're gonna do. And the people who decided to go into the military and serve, give them their respect and let them do what they do and let them go and live their life. Because there are people who go into the military who don't make it out. There are some who do come out on the other side bad, on the streets, struggling, not getting help, not receiving any help. You ain't talking about that though. But what you're gonna say? Well, they decided to go into that. Yeah, they did, thinking everything was gonna be kosher until they got left by the wayside. So you think that person that was unfortunately born with a disability, you think they're gonna have precedence over a military vet who's on the street? That allows you to have the freedoms that you have today? You must be crazy. You must be out of your mind. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you, for real. But that ain't happening. But see, that's what they want. That ain't happening though. You're not cutting the military benefits, and that ain't happening. That's not gonna happen. And I don't think it's all Republicans. I think that there may be a few, but I think it's more so Democrats more than anything, because they want to tax everybody. They want to tax everything that's making money. Anything where there's a significant amount of money going into, they want a tax break from it. They want taxes. We going for taxes. We want taxes. We want taxes. We want taxes. We want taxes.
People should not have to risk their lives for the government to provide them for essential things and to take care of them. And yet you're willing to do it, and you've let the government convince you that that's the only way to earn it, when plenty of other countries provide it automatically to every single citizen, and they just take it out of the tax dollars.
A large portion goes to the military, big dog. Not my kind. It goes to the military. A large portion goes to the military. Not my kind. So yes. No, and so again, goes back to what you're saying. No, you saying that you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. Yes, you should. Because the big factor that you're missing is, guess what? The big factor that you're missing is what? Fighting. War is money at the end of the day. And you need a powerful force in order to make sure that you're able to protect your country. And if you don't have the money to go there, if you don't have people volunteering, guess what? If you don't got to volunteer, because guess what then happens? There's this thing called a draft. So one way or the other, you're going to have a military. You're going to have a military. One, whether you like it or not, you can either volunteer or you're going to be voluntold. Pick one. So either way, there's no way around it. You either go in voluntarily or you don't. And you get told that you're going in. You get that letter in the mail. Hey, listen, we need you. But see, because you're speaking from a place of a woman And you don't have listen, you don't have to worry about getting that letter or that phone call saying that you need to go into the military. So you can only speak at it from your point of view because you really don't understand. You really don't understand because you are in a first world country where you're able to talk the way that you're talking. Because I guarantee if this was a second or third world country, you would not be having this conversation right now. Guarantee it. You will be out here struggling, losing your marbles. Yeah, it does. EBT doesn't pay for itself. Well, first and foremost, with your Nazi sign, you do realize that Caucasians are the ones that are more on EBT, right? You know there are more Caucasians on EBT, correct? You do know that, right? I hope you understand that. So therefore, y'all are the ones that's doing it. Y'all are the ones that's more on EBT. Because this guy right here, I'm not on EBT. Oh. So you probably want to do a little bit more research, my guy. Do a little bit more research. You do realize that, right? There are more Caucasians that are on EBT than there are black people. So who's paying for it? So who's really paying for it? Who we really paying for? And mind you, y'all make up more than black people, right? We're 13% of the country, right? What do y'all make up, like 46% of the country, 50, some shit like that? I know it's significantly higher than ours. So y'all are the ones that's more on EBT than we are. So so our tax dollars are going to y'all people, not mine. In our place, in the black community, there's a smaller percentage of people that are on EBT. Not a large group. So try that again, homie. Try that again. But at the end of the day, this is just somebody just rambling. Again, another nothing burger at this point. Just some right-leaning woman who she's not even a black apologist. She's not even a white apologist. She's just somebody who just don't know what she's talking about, just sitting there complaining about the government, complaining about the world, and ain't doing nothing about it, just sitting there talking in the first world country, because I guarantee she would not be having that same conversation in third world country. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
You feel me? I just don't listen. I don't understand it though. I don't understand it. What is wrong with y'all people, bro? What is wrong with y'all? You live in the very country that protects you. You live in the first world country, and you still complaining. If the America is so bad, leave. If it's so bad, just leave, bro. Stop complaining. Stop talking about what the government should do. I get it. Ain't nothing none of y'all gonna do about it. Ain't nothing. None of y'all can do anything about it. Let's be real. Main thing you need to focus on is getting to your bag and focusing on getting closer to God. Anything else and obeying the laws of the land, because guess what? You got to obey the laws of the land. You got to obey the laws of the land. That's in the Bible for all my Christians, for all my fellow worshipers, right? Obey the laws of the land. If America is that bad for you, if you really despise America, despite its greatness, leave, go to a different country. Simple as that. Clip that. So if you want to see, and so these are for my people who want to watch this other video too, who gonna watch this uploaded video too. If you want to see the full context of what I just said, the link is in the description. All right. So let's go ahead and get to this next topic. Clip that. But 35% EBT is white, 26% black. The rest is other races. That's heavily overrepresented for blacks. But again, you're saying it's heavily overrepresented for blacks, but understand something. 35% of whites, and you guys make up majority. So That's a lot. You still, even in there, you are still leading the pack in EBT. So why are you looking at the 26%? We need to be looking at the 35%. Why is there 35% of white people on EBT? %35% isn't a majority, but considering the fact I didn't say majority is 35%. I said because y'all make up the majority of the country, white people do, 35% is a big number. Considering the fact that y'all make up majority of the country. That's what I said. So 35%, that's a big number. To our 26% of 13% of the population. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. %35%. 35%. It said Travis said, but we make up 65%. Y'all make up 65% of the population. Yep, that's a majority, correct? And 35% of that 65% are on EBT. That's a big number. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Travis. Exactly, Travis. But see, that's what I'm saying. 20%. I'm guessing y'all don't understand math. 13% of the population. 26%. Let's look at that number. What does that number look like? Don't worry about it. We got it. Listen, we got time. We kicking it today. I like when y'all are engaging. I love it. I really do. They really are making sense. They don't understand the numbers. That number is still significant. That number is still small. So when you take it down to the dollars aspect, who are we spending most of our dollars on when we talk about tax and EBT, right? That means our dollars are going to that 35% more so than it is that 26%. The reason that number seems so big is because we don't even make up half of the population of the country. So 26% may seem like a lot, but it's not. But if you make up 65% of the population and 35% of your 65% are on EBT, that means more money is going over there, is going to that 35% than it is that 26%. That's an insignificant number. The 26% is an insignificant number to 16% of the fucking population. What are y'all talking about? How? 35% of people on EBT are white. 35% of people on EBT are white. Within the races the race are completely different. I could find more data. Go ahead, find more data. I'm gonna let the chat cook y'all. Bro. Cause YGA 3J going in on y'all. He bringing y'all the numbers. He said, let's see if you can trigger the neo-Nazi. I'm gonna let y'all go in on them. So let's look. Let me do something. Let me look up some shit too. Hold on. They let the ignorance flow through them. Exactly. Okay. %. Well, where are you getting that information from? 29%. No, you're wrong. It says 30. No, you were right the first time. 36%, 35 to 36% of all SNAP recipients. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me look at it. Let me double down. While white Americans comprise roughly 57 to 60% of the US population, they make up about 35.4 to 37.9% of SNAP households. 35 to 37% of SNAP households. Being that y'all are 60%, 57 to 60% of the population, y'all make up. It didn't say of the 35% people of SNAP benefits. It says y'all make up 35 to 37% of SNAP households. No, it didn't say per capita. Nope, there's no per capita in here. It doesn't say per capita. No. It does not say that at all. It does not say that at all. In absolute numbers, this translates to millions of individuals, as reported by Al Jazeera, where white people are the largest racial group receiving SNAP benefits at 35.4%. Largest receiving SNAP benefits at 35.4%. .4%. The other 42% are other races. Y'all make up the largest group. Y'all have the largest numbers in percentage. When you barely make up the population, when you're 16%, homie, when you're 16%, yeah, it made that 26% may look huge, but that's not a huge number. When you compare it to 35% of people who make up 60%. So again, I ask you to the original question, who are we actually paying tax dollars towards when we talk about SNAP benefits? We're paying it to the larger group, you. So you're talking about, well, our tax dollars gotta go. You know what? Let me scroll up because you're moving the goalpost right now. You're trying to move the goalpost because you thought you was gonna get away with that 26%, didn't you? You thought you was gonna get away with that 26%. Shame on you. This comment right here. Yeah, it does. EBT does not pay itself. And so then this is when we went off into this diatribe about what 26% is to 16% of the population versus 35% to 60% of the population. So where do most of our tax dollars go to when we talk about EBT? Does it go to the black community or does it go to the white community? It goes to the white community based off of the numbers, 35% of 60% of the population. Which means if you're only 16% of the population, 26%, and then you got 26% of that 16, when you think about the numbers, let's calculate it. That means y'all receiving more money in EBT benefits than the black people are. Now, to go to your point, that's an entire different conversation of why 26% of the people are on SNAP benefits. We can have a conversation about that because I can hold my black people accountable too. But what you're not about to do is try to use that number and think that means something. No. That doesn't work like that, big dog. So next time you try to talk about EBT SNAP benefits, make sure you mention y'all first, because that's where that's where the tax dollars are going. It's going to the majority of y'all first before it comes to the black community. So try that again, homie. Try that again. Try it again. Try it again. No, nigga, say my name right. If you're going to say my name right. You see it on the screen. If you're going to say my name right, homeboy. Billy. You ain't talking to no degenerate over here, homie. You ain't talking to no degenerate over here, so I'm gonna need you to come correct. You know, 29% of blacks, 10,000 people, it would be 377 people. That's a fact. Still more white people. Facts. And food stamps was first created for white people because they are lazy. They are the laziest. Created racism for free labor and to feel superior, while still black creation's intelligence and idea as their own. Nationwide, approximately 37.8 million Americans currently receive supplemental nutrition assistance program, which is SNAP benefits. For those of y'all who didn't know, this equates to about 187.20 in average monthly assistance per participant. Sorry. Somalians are actually the highest on that list. Ooh, oh yeah, talking about the Leering Center. The Leering Center. And facts, MJ, facts, facts. Like I said, this, etc. Illegal aliens mostly. Yep, that's a fact. 9.7% of white people will inherently be more people than 29% of black people because, like you said yourself, we are. Well, duh. That's the point that I'm making, you dummy. Because you said tax dollars go somewhere. That means it goes to the natural population that has more. Correct? That means more money is going to go to the 35% because you guys make up more people than the 16%. What part of that don't you understand? So naturally, the numbers already are skewed towards our tax dollars are naturally skewed already going towards y'all because y'all make up majority of the population, homie. So naturally, the tax dollars are going to go towards who? The individual group that's the largest. So you've already killed your argument. You killed your argument already. Are you dumb or what, bro? Are you dumb? Listen, I'm about to Trump. I'm about to put my Trump on. You're gonna start paying the tariff. You're gonna pay a tariff. Every time you say something stupid, you're gonna pay a tariff. Pay me my tariff, bro. Throw me a super chat for saying something dumb like that. Tariff. 10%. 10% tariff. Please refrain from disrespectful choice of words. It's cool, ambition. Let them talk. That's what we want to do. That's what we want them to do. We want them to engage. Listen, we're going to let them do, and we're going to let y'all cook them in the chat. Nah, you weird, Heiser. I mean, African Americans aren't weird. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just all aren't degenerates. And so we are going to snap back on BS that y'all say. It's more weird individuals that are not black than they are black. I'll tell you that much. So there's only 350,000 Somalis and 50 million blacks. by population of black get more citizens. Y'all so dumb. You know what? Let's keep moving. Y'all so dumb. Y'all dumb. Y'all dumb. Reports that 42% of SNAP households are headed by a white person, 25% by a black person, 23% by Hispanic. Exactly. And like what do they not understand? What are we missing here? They must think we some buffoons over here on the Courtnee Edgar Show. They must think the chat, they must think people who are part of the ENG community or are part of the earn not giving community, they must think we dumb over here. They must don't understand numbers. They must don't understand how percentages work. They must don't understand that. When you compare 16% to a 60%, when you compare a 60% to a 16%, that number seems significant. When you talk about just 16% by itself, well, 26% of the people of the 16% of the community, that's a lot. Well, yes. Now, let's open that picture up a little bit higher, a little bit broader. Well, you have a community that is 60% of the population, and they are making up 42% of SNAP benefits. Huh. That's interesting. Now, it's one conversation to have as to why do we have 26% of people in the black community on SNAP benefits? No, I feel your ambition. I got you. But yeah, just don't time them out. Let them talk. That's cool. Just let them, don't trip though. They can talk. They can say whatever it is. We gonna snap back. Just don't time them out. Just let them rock out though. But yeah, definitely be respectful though. So y'all better pay attention to ambition. Or she gonna lock y'all ass up. She gonna put y'all in jail. But yeah, 42% of 60% of the population. That's a huge number. That's a significant number. You're almost close to half. You 8% away from half. That's a huge number. To 60% of the population, that's a lot. Compared to 20% of 16, 25% of 16% of the community, of the black community. That means our number compared to the 42% of the 60%, that number is damn near insignificant compared to the 42%. Just be saying stuff, bro. He said white. He said liberal hive mind APC women are the majority. Facts. Right, but per capita you people do more SNAP per capita. Learn what per capita means. Okay, there we go. Approximately 9.7% of white Americans receive SNAP EBT benefits. While the non-Hispanic white Americans represent the largest ratio of ethnic group overall on EBT. White Americans represent the largest racial or ethnic group overall on EBT, accounting for 35% to 36% of all participants, accounting for 35 to 36% of all. So that means out of all, y'all represent 35 to 36% of everybody that's on EBT. Their relative per capita utilization rate is lower compared to other demographics due to their large overall population size. Yes, that's correct. The utilization. Make sure you understand utilization. The utilization of it is lower compared to the other demographics due to the large overall population size. Propel the conversation. So that still does not say anything to us. That means they are still on EBT. That means all tax dollars still go to them. So what are you saying, buddy? let's go to this next. Let's go to this next topic. This is why I can't believe some people can be this stupid. Yeah, that's facts, bro. We're gonna keep it moving though. We're gonna keep it moving. Exactly. But listen, we gonna keep this train rolling because he just stopped. He stopped texting or he stopped writing the comment. No, I didn't beg. See, a beg is different. A beg is different. It's a difference between begging and telling you gonna pay a tariff, nigga. That's a fee. That ain't a beg at all. They ain't even an ask. That's a hey, you gonna pay a fee. That's what you gonna do. Don't worry, you ask for money too. You asking for money too. Matter of fact, let me go check him out. Let me see who this person is before we go to our next topic. Let me see. Let's go. See, that's what happens. See, that's what happens when they don't have anything else to say. You know, they got to revert. There it is. The black man begging for money again. Well, first of all, I don't beg for nothing. Because last time I checked, I ain't on EBT. Last time I checked, I'm not on EBT. So I don't know what you're talking about. The Black Sun 14. National Socialist 88. Oh, so the National Socialist 88. Our system not only allows PDF files to be in power, but glorifies them as well. Democracy, republicanism, and federalism have failed the West. We are ruled by people who serve the interests of non-Western countries. Nowadays, these worthless politicians even fly said countries' flags to further spit in the face of whites. Spit in the face of whites who built the greatest nations on earth. America, Britain, Germany, France, etc. The rulers who serve satanic religions like Judaism and Islam will crumble. Here's to the revolution. That's who the Black Sun 14 is. That's who the Black Sun 14 is. That's who he is. Now that we got a full understanding of who he is. That's his description on his YouTube channel. Don't make videos though. He don't make no videos though, but he want to come over here and talk that talk. But that's fine though. Let's move on. Let's move on, y'all. I'm sorry for dragging this out for so long. My bad. My bad, y'all. Let's move on. My apologies. I apologize to the chat for dragging this on for so long. My bad. All right. So next topic. Let's talk about he says he called himself the white son. He said, why did he call himself the white son? I don't know, man. Some as high as $6,000 a month. Sheesh. Man. $6,000 a month. I see why they be standing on EBT. It's like ain't no reason if I'm getting $6 a month. We straight. That's making more than some people on their salary. Jesus Christ. I'm good. I'm good, Trees. I bet. You say I'm good then. You know, why does your daughter need SNAP when you are her father? You don't work. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let's go to this next topic. Oh, you divorced. Oh, no, you talking about them, MJ. So Draymond Green is going at Stephen A. Smith, right? He says that Stephen A. in the locker room isn't in the locker room like most journalists are, to where the players have a chance to say something back to him. So I want to get the full context of this video, and then we're gonna give our thoughts and opinions. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it, and let's rock out.
And oh man, they said this about me, and I can't believe they said this, and I supported this guy. Like, no, man, people supported you too. I supported you too. Does that now mean I can't speak on you? Because you do that to everybody. oh man, I said these nice things, but because I said those, you shouldn't feel away about me saying this. Okay, no problem. You don't feel away when someone says something about you. Because if you go listen to Jemele and I's take, we talked about how you're the best in the business, how what you created is incredible. All of that. But what you heard is, oh man, I'm speaking about journalism and how you're not in the locker room and your tunnel walks and how you walk in the arena, and you're walking in these arenas now and guys don't love you. Journalism was you say something, and from a true journalist, not calling Stephen A. not a true journalist, by the way. I don't disrespect people like that. Your resume is your resume. But I'm saying from another true journalist, not myself. I'm not a journalist. I'm speaking of Jemele Hill. When I say another true journalist, that's what I'm saying. From another true journalist, like she said, I say something, then I'm in a locker room and you say back to me, if you got something to say, maybe we end up agreeing, maybe we disagreeing, but you have an opportunity that if you had a problem with what I wrote, what I put out there as a journalist, you have an opportunity to say something back. That's what we spoke about with Stephen A. You're not in these locker rooms, so no one can say anything back. So then you come strut in the arena, and because you come strut in the arena and no player has a chance to say something to you, then you get confronted on the sideline by LeBron James because you're not in the locker room. Mr. Journalist, we're not allowed to talk to you about them takes because you're not in the locker room. Guess where you come stand? You come stand underneath the rim. And when you come stand underneath the rim, oh, LeBron James spoke to you on the sideline because that's where you go. So in the heart of journalism, he responded to your journalism in the place where you were because you don't go in them locker rooms. That's what we spoke about journalism. That's when we spoke about Stephen A. Some reason you hear your name and it's like, oh man, I got to do this big response. And listen, I've responded to some things when I heard my name too. I responded to Kenyon Martin when I heard my name.
I think it's a natural thing to respond, at some point, just like with the Shannon Sharp and Shakur going back and forth, because Shannon Sharp had a lot to say about Shakur and his fighting style, saying that it was boring. They had their debacle going back and forth. Shannon Sharp got cooked in the debate aspect of it, but there were many times where Shakur left himself open, pause, and he could have easily shifted. He could have easily shifted that debate. Shannon Sharp could have, but the emotions took over, and so all logic went out the window. Right? Same thing with the Stephen A. Smith situation. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Stephen A. Smith was extremely emotional, but I do believe that Draymond Green makes a valid point in regards to, well, you can be upset at the point that you don't even come into these locker rooms after the game and have these conversations that you're talking about, because let's look at it like this. Sportscasters are basically reaction commentary, right? It's reaction content. It's reaction to what happened to the game last night. It's a reaction to it, or a report, however you want to look at it. It's all reaction. It's all reactionary. Oh, I saw the game. This is what happened. This is what could have happened. And this is what he did. He scored X. He was this from the field, 15% or 30% from the field, shooting X amount of shooting this, but only had 2 to 3 turnovers, whatever the case, right? And being that Stephen A. is not in those locker rooms and is not having these conversations like the other journalists are. So I think what happens is Stephen A., he has these people to do the report for him. They bring the reports for him. Of course, he's listening. Of course, he watches the game too, because he that's why he's the top dog. You know what I'm saying? He understands it. He does his study. He does his homework. He does what he needs to do. And then he's able to speak on it from a logical standpoint. But I think in many cases, I do believe that some of it can just be acting, performative, right? Just to drive the content. Some of it can be. I believe that, because a lot of times you got to take content creation with a grain of salt. From time to time, you don't know what's real. It's hard to tell what's real and what isn't. But I think you just really have to pay attention to the person who you're watching. So like a Draymond Green, I think in most cases he dead serious when he coming from his perspectives, right? And the same thing with Stephen A. But I do think sometimes they'll take that and they'll bring it onto camera for the clicks and the views. What else lost away? So I think but I think his point is valid though. But I also think on the other side too, that it's okay for Stephen A to respond the way that he responds. Like, okay, well, you come up to me on the side, but you don't want to call me on the back end. Well, guess what? I don't have to call you. I don't need to call you. I shouldn't have to call you on the back end. What you could have done, because you have this huge platform, you could have easily called me and told me, hey man, look, well, let's have a conversation then. When Braun, like he was talking about with Braun, well, Braun stepped up to you. You should have told him, well, hey, listen, how about this? You come on my channel and, so we'll have a conversation about it. Could have did that. But instead, because, he was upset that LeBron went over to Matt McAfee's platform and talked about him, he felt some type of way. When Stephen A, you could have also reached out and said, hey, man, listen, come over here. Let's have this conversation. Let's hash this out in real time. He could have done that too. So I think both parties are valid. But I also think that Stephen A is in a place where he don't need to go into the locker room. He don't. I think he's in the place. I think he did that back in his heyday when he was in the building phases of his career, and and making a name of himself. Yeah, that would make sense. But now he don't need to. He don't need to go into the locker room and have these conversations, to have a phone microphone up to your mouth and y'all having a back and forth. He don't need to go in there. And this is not to say or shoot anybody in the foot or to go against anybody, but that's beneath him now. He way beyond going into the locker room trying to hear what these players got to say. He's just gonna do what he do on his platform, gonna say what he got to say, give his thoughts, give his opinions, and he gonna move on from it. Why do y'all think LeBron yeah, of course. No, that's facts. I think LeBron responds to the things that he wants to respond to. If he wants to kick the door down, he will. If he don't want to respond to it, he'll just leave it in the shadows and move on. I agree with that, Lord. I agree with that. Stephen A asked him to have a sit down face to face. Draymond didn't accept. He did. He been past that. Well,
I responded to Austin Rivers when I heard my name multiple times. I responded when I heard my name too. Also responding to other basketball players. Also, but I responded too. But every time you hear your name, it's like, oh man, I gotta say something to him. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, my brother. You wanted that. You say you want to be the big dog. You understand. You're starting to understand. Man, that crown is heavy. That crown heavy.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I ain't gonna hold you. I think now it's all. I think at this point, I think I'm gonna stand on that. I think at this point now it's almost becoming performative, because now Stephen A is considered the big dog in his space, right? And so and now he's over there leaning towards, talking about politics, Democrats, Republicans, and different things like that, having debate shows and all that. And so at this point, I think it's almost performative. Of course, he's not going to respond to everything, but I believe if it's somebody that's significant, somebody who got some motion going, he's going to respond 100%. He's going to respond. Whether it's good or bad, he's going to respond to it. Because it's click worthy, because it's viewership worthy. That's going to happen 1,000%. So he gonna say something every time. Go back and look at the videos. Go back and look at the videos of people saying things about him, and then go and look at the type of individuals that the people that were saying things about him. Look at the type of motion that they got, and then look at who he responds to and who he don't respond to. That'll tell you everything. I think when these guys sit down with Sass, smooth over, yeah. Jemele and Carrie said they want to sit down with Sass, and I think he'll accept. Pretty sure. One thing about Sass, you say, let's sit down. He's gonna sit down. He's gonna sit down, respect. Yeah. He don't duck smoke at all. That's one thing I can't give. That's one thing about Stephen A. He will not duck smoke. He will not duck smoke whatsoever. No matter who it is, he can be wrong as two left shoes, but he's gonna debate with you. He ain't gonna edit nothing out. Gonna give it to you straight, no chasing. So yeah, I definitely respect that about him. Back and forth is what drum up viewership. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what it is. The back and forth. One person, one side got motion, and the other side got motion. And you going back and forth. And at this point, when you look at content creation, let's be real. Can we be honest for a second? Let's be real. Now I know some people gonna lie. I know some people aren't gonna be honest, but let's be real. When we're watching two people debate, right? Now let's just say, I'm gonna give y'all two scenarios. Let me give you the first scenario first. When you go into a debate, or you're watching a debate, typically speaking, do y'all agree with the person because they're right? Or do you agree with that person, or you go with that person just based off of the way that they debate? Because there are some people who are really good at debates, but they be wrong as two left shoes. And people still be rocking with them. Now, on the other side, on the other scenario, when y'all go into a debate and you already have a bias for the person that you already rock with, and they're debating with somebody, regardless if they are right or wrong, regardless if they're right or wrong, do you still have a bias and say, you know what? Do you make an excuse for him, or do you say, you know what? He cooked him for real, even though he was wrong. He cooked them because for real. Because debating is, let's be honest, debating is not always about being right or wrong, though. It's not. It's not always about being right or wrong. Sometimes sometimes you can be really good with the crowd and the viewers, and the people just rocking with you, and you wrong. And you're wrong. But they still love you though. Because you're the people's child. And the person that's over there just being dry and the super intellectual, don't nobody want to hear them. Ain't nobody trying to hear them. They can be right. They can be right as ever, but you ain't trying to listen to it because, like, bro, you ain't giving me nothing. Yeah, you saying, yeah, it's right, but come on, man. You getting cooked over here. Facts. He said, no lie, Draymond and Jemele was low-key sneak distance ass on that part, not like Dre and Jemele. You see what I'm saying? If they are debating about an objective or subjective subject, okay. Well, I like the style of the person used. Yeah, I agree with that. That's not a debate if it's in bad faith. Well, most people have, let's be honest though, most people have debates in bad faith. A lot of people have debates in bad faith. For real, they do. Sass and Jalen Brown sit down would be great. Yeah, that would be a good one. I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen. I do. I think it'll happen.
So when people say your name, it's gonna happen. I'm here to tell you, it's gonna happen. Somebody gonna say your name, and you come out with these. Oh man, I'll do this. No, you won't. And it's okay.
They do.
But you cannot stand on the side of, oh man, I've done these things for years. I've supported you for years. Now I say this, I'm like, no, because when it happens to you, you do the same thing. You are the very person that drove the narrative that Kevin Durant can't be spoke to. He got a problem with media. He always got to say something back, a little sensitive. A lot of that came from you. But he's doing the very thing that you do, responding to someone saying his name.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Yeah, boy. But that's real though. Heavy is the head that wears a crown. The more visibility you get, the more motion you get, the more people hear your name, the more people see your name in the light, in the spaces, and on these YouTube channels and different platforms. I'm telling you, good or bad, they're gonna talk about you. Even if your intentions is to do good by people, even if your intent, you can be the most positive person in the world, people still gonna find a way to talk down about you. They're gonna find something wrong about you. Every time. Especially if they already one-sided. If they already have a bias, it don't matter what you do. You can't win them over. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can do, and you got to be okay with that. There's gonna be people that gonna think I'm crazy. There's gonna be people that think I'm dumb. There's gonna be people that think everything about me under the sun. Don't care. And that's one of the things that I'll be honest with you. That's one of the things that this YouTube content creation is definitely teaching me, just not to care. I'm like, all right, cool, bro. Think I'm dumb? That's what's up. I appreciate you though. I appreciate the comment. You feel me? Because it don't move me. It don't mean anything to me. It really don't. Now I'll do it for the sake of the live stream and go back and forth with you. I'll do that just for the entertainment factor, but I really don't care. I promise you it won't move me. After the live stream, I'll go right back downstairs and be kicking it. Not even thinking about it. Back to editing my videos and posting the same thing back up. I ain't tripping on that, man. I'm really not. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah, speaking of liberals, I want to talk about this right here. Yo, this here is wild. So this shorty name is Her Patriot Voice. Shout out to her. I need to make sure I clip her, and when I clip these videos up, I gotta make sure I tag her in the video as well. So you know what I'm saying, so y'all can go watch the original video. Watch her original video, just for other people who may want to react to it. They get the actual video, not a reaction to a reaction, right? But her name is Her Patriot Voice, and she's out in the street talking to different people, especially a lot of women, and about the ABC community, and just asking different liberal questions about government and things that are going on, by feminism, all these different topics. And boy, this right here says a lot. So we're going to get into it, and I'm going to give my thoughts and my opinion. So let's rock.
Patriot Voice. It is Pride Day in New York City. We are at West 4th Street right now. We are going to talk to some people about Pride today, ask some pretty interesting questions, and see if they have any answers. Let's go. I love the energy. So what's the importance of coming out for Pride?
I appreciate you, big dog.
Representing, what you stand for, what you support, and just being yourself,
Yeah. So would all of you agree that everyone in America should have the ability to speak their mind, even if, they disagree with other people, as long as it's respectful, right?
Okay, my bad for the people who gonna be viewing this. But why she wearing that? Listen, man. People judge me. I'ma judge y'all. Why she wearing that? Why she got them shorts on? And why she got that shirt on? And her stomach showing. There's just certain things in life, man, that I'm sorry. I don't care how liberated you are. I don't care how confident you are. That's cool. Be as confident as you possibly can. But just because you're confident, that don't mean that you need to wear stuff that don't even fit, that don't even look right on your body. That does not look right. You look sloppy in that. You look sloppy. You look uncomfortable in those shorts. Thigh meat covering up the midsection, like the inside of your shorts is rolled up because your thighs rubbing together when you walk. It ain't even sitting right.
Another one.
Then you got that big old tattoo on your thigh that already, listen, ladies, let me say something. I know tattoos don't necessarily mean that you are one, but sometimes it can be a clue. Always you're 3 or 4, but sometimes it can be a clue. And that big old tattoo on your thigh, out of all places you can get a tattoo, you get it right there on that big old chicken thigh. Come on, man. Big girl think they 130s in their mind. Kobe, I appreciate that subscribe, homie. I appreciate you for subscribing, big dog.
Right? They're not hurting anyone.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Keep it respectful. People like Charlie Kirk were murdered. Oh, no. But going off.
What you mean, boo?
With what you just said, you all agreed with me. Everyone should be able to have their opinions and speak their mind as long as they're not, hurting someone. Okay. Charlie Kirk was murdered while sitting in a chair speaking. Can you?
She's not wrong. Is that controversial?
She's not wrong. Murdered. Oh no. But going off of what you just said, you all agreed with me. Everyone should be able to have their opinions and speak their mind as long as they're not, hurting someone. Okay. Charlie Kirk was murdered while sitting in a chair speaking. Can you?
She said, as he should. When you just agreed to the thought process of we should be able to have a conversation, whether we agree or disagree, and then she said he should.
She's not wrong. Is that controversial?
She's
not wrong. Unpopular opinion. At the end of the day, he was discussing Black people in such a terrible light, and
what did he say about Black people that was terrible?
So the thing is, a stereotype that Black on Black crime is so detrimental, and it is detrimental, but he made it seem as though like it is the highest rate of crime amongst Black crime, Black against Black. And it's really not the case when you do like the statistics and everything like that. I'm a criminal justice forensic psychology, so I know that.
You ain't even said nothing. You ain't gave okay, so rebut it. Okay, so what is it then? Where do they spew that out? Because then we can have the conversation. Well, it may not be Black on Black crimes. However, the murder rate is high when you add abortions into the conversation. That's the number one. That's outside of diabetes. Outside of diabetes, that's the number one killer. Abortions. You don't want to have that conversation though, Miss Criminal Justice. Nobody asked you, nobody warned you to say that you was a criminal justice major. Nobody asked you, nor does anybody care. Nobody cares about you being a criminal justice major. Nobody cares. I promise you they don't. You still sound ignorant. You know what? You're right. Why not let the women finish and just say and condone? You know what? You're right. You're right. My apologies.
But the problem is he's spreading hate and derogatory, just like rhetoric. So listen, I mean,
88% of Black people are killed by other Black people. Black women are only 13% of the population. They take part in nearly 40% of abortions. So 400,000 little Black babies that look just like us are being aborted every single year. Okay, so can we take responsibility that,
Sure. Who do you support? Like in the 2024 election, who do you support?
I voted for Trump.
Right.
This is not my space.
I'm gonna keep it respectful. You have a good day.
Thanks for not killing me, I guess.
Look at that. See, but this goes to show you though. They can't even have a civil conversation. All because somebody voted on the other side of the aisle. And we wonder why we can never move the needle forward. And this is where you get YouTubers. This is where you get content creators who are going to have these hard conversations that individuals in person don't want to have. They don't want to have those conversations. Okay, well, you voted for Trump. They didn't stop to ask, you know what, why? What was the reason you voted for Trump? What was the reason as to why you decided to vote for Trump? What was it about him that made you say, you know what, I'm gonna vote for him instead of Kamala? Or what was the reason? Or did you ever vote Democrat? Or was it just off the strength of what his policies were and you agree with those policies? None of that. And this is where the bad faith conversations comes in. This is why it's hard to have debates, because everybody's already coming in leaning one way or the other. They're not coming in objective to have a conversation. They just listen. If you're not a part of the go along, get along, I don't want to talk to you. And of course, these are college students, indoctrinated in their minds, already brainwashed. So they're already naturally thinking one way. So if you go against that, you a bad person, deem you to hell. Bishop came back with those 400,000 is wrong. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's wrong. But they don't even want to have the conversation though. They ain't even hear it. But Miss Criminal Justice over there, if she was such criminal justice, she should have came back with all the facts and data. But she didn't. Wise words, don't get caught up in movements. Good to have a preface, but make sure you also critique and keep it moving. Yep. They should have debunked the 4,000. Yep, should have. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you think you know, by the time you die, no one even has 1% of the knowledge on earth. That's a fact. Plus, our own outlook is constantly changing with age. Yep, I agree. I agree.
How do you identify?
I'm straight. I'm just an ally.
Okay.
But I feel like there are a lot of ways that people can overlook the adversities that people in the LGBTQIA plus community like still face on a daily basis. And just showing up and knowing that like there is such a huge community here for anyone who identifies just makes everyone feel together and supported.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. That's a dude. That's a dude. Let me see something.
In the LGBTQIA plus community, like
that's definitely a dude. That's 1,000% a dude. What's going on here, man? Yes, that's a dude right there, bro. That's a dude. Look how strong his calves and ankles are. Listen, bro, we can't win the fight, bro. We can't win the fight because it's never mind. Let's go. Let's hear what Shorty got to say, because she said she's an ally and she's a straight woman, but she's an ally. Let's move along. Let's move on.
Still face on a daily basis. And just showing up and knowing that like there is such a huge community here for anyone who identifies just makes everyone feel together and supported, even if they don't have that in their own life.
Yeah. Do you think that gays have lost any rights under the conservative administration that we have right now?
Absolutely.
What rights have they lost?
I think, sorry.
It's okay. Girl, why are you nervous? It's all good.
Is this live stream?
No.
Sorry.
If you're done, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Have a good day. So what?
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
So, do you think gays' rights have been taken away? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what rights were taken away? You know that big look. That's the victim move. That's the move that they hit when they don't have nothing. First, they give the nervous laugh because they don't have a rebuttal. They can't name one thing. She thought by her just saying yes, she thought she was gonna move on. She didn't think she was gonna have to substantiate that.
Live stream?
What? No.
Sorry.
Now,
good.
This whole time,
conservative.
Listen, she knew she messed up. I wish I had the sound effect. At this time, she knew she fucked up. I wish I had that right now, because she knew that they were already filming her. She knew she was already on camera, but when she realized she got stomped, now you want to ask, are we live streaming? No, nigga. Answer the question. Answer the question.
Administration that we have right now?
Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
What right?
Confident. Absolutely. Looking into her eyes and telling her absolutely.
Rights have they lost?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Abort. Abort. Get me out of here. Brainwave going crazy right now. Look, she ain't got nothing. She got nothing. Now you're shaking. Now you're shaking because you just got caught in your BS, because you don't know. There ain't nothing. What rights have been taken away? What rights? You can't name me a right that has been taken away. Nobody told you that they didn't say that you still can't get married. They didn't say that you can't walk around and hold hands and do whatever you do behind closed doors. What rights? I know you ain't talking about allowing men to go in girls' bathrooms. I know you ain't talking about that. Or allowing men to play in women's sports. I know you ain't talking about that. I know you're not.
Sorry.
Look, she's shaking out. Nervous.
Okay. Girl, why are you nervous? It's all good.
Is this live stream?
Yep, there it is. Because now she know she just got caught in her bullshit. She just knows she got caught in the BS. Talking about you an ally. How you an ally and you can't even defend them properly? You can't even defend them properly. You lying. Fellas, stay away. Fellas, stay away from this kind of woman. Stay away. Stay away. She gonna get you into some trouble. I can tell right now. She the type, she's the one that'll throw the rock and then hide her hand. She's the one that's gonna play victim. She's the type. She's the type that will play liberal. She'll start crying, being performative, being extra, trying to make it seem as if she's really going through something when she's not. Talking about, oh, well, I have anxiety. I got anxiety. No, you got caught in the lie. That's what happened. My dog KC, what's up, bro?
No.
Sorry.
If you're done, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good day. So what's the importance of coming out today?
Oh, this is deep.
Go ahead, babe.
Look at this. Look at them auntie arms. Man, come on, bro. And listen, dog. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I get it. Everybody can't be fit. Everybody can't be skinny. I understand that. But at some point, dog, there has to be a line that got to be drawn in the sand. There has to be a line drawn. Why you get yourself that big, bro? Who are your friends that are around you that's allowing you to do what you do and continue to put this food in your mouth and you to get this big? That's egregious. Come on, man.
I would say to just build community so we can all be together as one. I feel like everyone feels comfortable for real. No one's like looking at us any differently. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, love who you love out loud. Like, this is a time for everybody, whether, but straight, whatever. But it's our season. So, just be yourself. Out loud, proud, celebrate love. Love wins.
I'm straight, but I have many, many gay friends. As a Catholic, I don't necessarily believe in it, but I respect you all as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're my sisters, and I think that's what makes America so beautiful. There's a lot of rhetoric right now that's saying that America isn't welcoming toward gays or that Trump doesn't support gay people. Do you feel like you're unsafe to be gay in America?
No, mainly because I personally don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks, especially not Trump. But yeah.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. Fuck Trump.
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
For a Donald. I don't know who a Donald is. The only dollar I acknowledge is McDonald. Thank you.
Is political violence sometimes justified?
I'm not gonna lie. I could say sometimes.
How did you feel about Charlie Kirk's assassination?
I didn't give a fuck about it.
Same. I felt no way about that nigga. They should have got Trump, but hey, shit. Listen.
How would you feel if a Trump supporter said that about a gay person?
Well, they do. Two wrongs don't make a right. Wrong is wrong, but he's wrong, they're wrong.
Is what you said wrong?
I think everything I say is right.
Wait, who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man.
Okay, that's pride right there.
It sure is.
He don't like black folks, so I don't care about Charlie.
What was racist that Charlie Kirk said against black people?
I don't know what he said, verbally, but I heard that he don't like blacks.
Boy,
So
it's after mud. We got Rashad McCown.
Y'all ain't making the case, bro. Y'all aren't making the case. So how you gonna make a statement and can't back? That's the second time. How you gonna make a case? You gonna say something and try to stand on it, but you ain't got nothing to back it up. So you telling me you gonna take the words of somebody else? You don't have visual evidence yourself. You don't know how to go look it up. You don't know how to go search it because his videos are still up on YouTube right now. You telling me that you don't have neither a clip that says anything about how he's being racist. I've done a lot before Charlie Kirk passed away. I did a lot of reaction videos on Charlie Kirk. Not one of them said anything about him not liking black people. Not any one of them even hinted at the fact that he didn't like black people. And who cares if he did or didn't? What does it matter? I'd rather you tell me that you don't like black people than you try to act as if you do and you really don't under the surface. But you going straight off the strength of somebody else and then got the nerve to say, well, I don't know exactly what he said, but I know somebody told me. You lying. You 100% lying. 1000%.
A grown ass goofy. Remember, I just told you, you that old gang.
And this is the problem and this is one of the problems, and this just isn't the black community, because we just saw a white girl and we just saw a black girl. This is the problem with the liberal community. Y'all just spew out different rhetoric. You don't have anything to stand on. You're just talking off of your emotions because you heard somebody else say some BS, and you're going to use the same thing, but you can't stand on it when somebody questions you or somebody wants you to rebut what you mean or wants you to substantiate what it is that you said. That don't make sense to me at all. Clip that. Now let's watch this video. Let's watch this other video. Now watch this. Now, if you want to get the full video, make sure you watch the uploaded video. And the link is in the description.
He don't like black folks, so I don't care about Charlie.
What was racist that Charlie Kirk said against black people?
I don't know what he said verbally, but I heard that he don't like blacks.
I ain't got time, bro. Let's move forward.
His death, I don't have sympathy for it. I'm not really big on politics anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Do you think that your gay friends and family have lost any rights under the current administration?
Are you really asking me that question?
Yes, because I had one person say yes, and I had another gay person say no. So I'm trying to understand what you feel.
I feel like there's a lot out right now that you could personally research to answer your own question. Because I feel like you know the answer to the question, but you're just trying to get a reaction out of us. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you that reaction. Okay. We're not here with these types of dumbass things, okay? I know you. When you walked up to us, I know who you are. And I was waiting to see what you was going to ask us, and you're doing exactly what I expected you to do.
I asked you a simple question, and you're getting upset about that.
You have a blessed day, okay? We're going to enjoy our Pride Day. You want to support Trump? You want to have lack of a brain cell? You do that, okay? Don't come up to us with no...
I can kind of do what I want. We're in a free space.
You cannot come up to me. If I'm telling you to get away from me, that means get away from me.
Well, first of all, you ain't gonna tell me to walk no goddamn where. You could walk away. That's what she was doing. Oh, so now you feel some type of way because you said they was out there chilling. And now when she's standing up for herself and saying, well, I can do what I want to do. I can walk wherever I want to walk. You can choose to be here on this microphone or not. But you decided to stay here and talk to me because you knew what I was going to do. Well, if you don't want to have a conversation, you could have said that right out the gate and just said, listen, man, I don't want to have a conversation. I'm good on that. I'm just out here to have a good time. I appreciate you, and you walk off. But because you coming on with this super orange hair looking like Garfield, you got this hair on, and you think you tough, and you... It's hard to plead the case, man. Hard to plead the case.
Now you're threatening me, okay?
We're in a public space.
Okay, and you came up to me with this...
I have the First Amendment right to do that.
And I have the First Amendment right to tell you a dumb, stupid...
Yes, you do.
This big mother...
Give me a second. You really dumb for a black man. You don't nothing. You don't nothing at all. Well, first of all, you can't call somebody dumb when you don't even know how to write a proper sentence. That's one. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. How can you go in here and try to insult somebody and you can't even write a sentence properly? You can't even write a sentence properly. Ain't no periods in the pic. Ain't no periods in the sentence. It's you're really dumb for a black man. I'm guessing you was trying to say you don't know nothing at all. It's not nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't know anything. You don't have to put the at all. You can just put you're a really dumb black man. You know nothing. Period. Excuse me. Let's see. It's more white people on Redfield and black is on Westfield, and you don't know what you're talking about for a stupid black man, and you dumb and uneducated. You need to shut up and be quiet because shut your ass up, man. How about you put a profile picture up? Let's see what you look like. Willie a Jaw, Willie a JW. Nah, this ain't a conservative channel. This is an objective channel. This is the Courtnee Edgar Show. We talk about pop culture. We give our thoughts and our opinions. But you can see I'm conservative. But see, the difference between you and me is I'm able to have an objective opinion. I'm able to call everybody out. I'm not always just on one side about the situation. If you're saying something logical, guess what? I'm going to give you credence. I'm going to give you an applause for it. But if you say something outlandish, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold you accountable, whether you're white, black, orange, green, or yellow. Don't care. I don't. So yeah. Let's keep it going. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Big dog.
What the f*** gonna do?
I told you.
What is this big mother gonna do? So you slow? Look, you know what? It's okay because she obviously like comprehension school. I'm
have a great day. Love
you. Fuck you.
I asked a simple question. Have you lost any rights? Why are you out here? I think that those simple questions are also opinions based. Thank y'all for subscribing and supporting my work so that I can bring out these security guards that have to protect me from very competent, very loving individuals, right? Inclusivity is on full display today, friends. Obviously, y'all are out here to celebrate Pride.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you all identify?
They all listen. All right, y'all. My bad. I'm gonna be pausing a lot, so I'm just pre-warning y'all right now. I'm pausing a lot because there's a lot going on in this video, a ton of things that we gotta address. So I just want to let y'all know this right now. All right. So my apologies. But you can tell there's an archetype. You can tell the liberals. I promise you can point them out for the most part. You can typically point them out. Not always, but most times you can point them out that they're liberal and what they potentially think and how their mind is actually skewed. Look at how they dress. Look at the dreads. Look at this one over here with the dreads right here. I guess it's supposed to be free dreads. I don't know what it is, but she need to get them redone. That's one. Big girl right here with the bra out. Excuse me. With the bra and the flannel on and her stomach out. Listen, you free to do what you want, but just because you're free to do what you want, don't mean that you need to do it. All right. And then shorty right here. I ain't got too much to say. I'm just gonna say I can point out and tell. I got too much to say. I can just point out and tell. Let me see what he says. Is she Nick so dumb and so stupid for a black woman, and for a black woman who don't know what she talk about, uneducated? She needs to shut her big mouth up and be quiet. She don't know what she. Man, you sound like you from Mississippi. She looks so stupid for a black woman, and she's very uneducated. She don't know what she talk about. What makes her uneducated? She hadn't even made a point yet. She hadn't said anything. She hadn't given her perspective. She hasn't said anything. All she's doing is asking these individuals questions, and they're getting pissed. They're getting upset. All she's doing is asking questions. She hadn't said anything. It sounds like it sounds like you're the retarded one. You might have been the one that was on the short bus. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna need you to go back. I'm gonna need you to go back to school. She is so dumb for a black woman. She don't know what she talk about. And she's so ignorant for a person who don't know nothing. What? Well, that's kind of what ignorant implies. That you don't know something, that you're uneducated about a certain thing. So you don't need to put a person who don't know nothing. That's what ignorant means. You don't need to put You don't need to put she's so ignorant for a person who don't know anything. You don't need to put who don't know anything. If you just say she's ignorant, you can just say that. But how you gonna call her ignorant when she hadn't said anything? She's just asking questions. You sound like the individual. You sound like the orange hair girl who went off for no reason. YJ, she's not friendly. She wore talking to a Freckles lefty and got punched in the face. So who's the angry ones? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on here.
She, her. Okay, but like your sexuality.
Oh, bisexual, bi.
All right. Lesbian. Got it. Do you guys support abortion? Oh, it's okay to say whatever you feel.
No.
Okay. Well, it depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation.
Right. Yeah. Kill that baby.
That was not what you were supposed to say.
If you don't want the baby, what Michael say, if you can't feed the baby, then don't have the baby. I'm saying people just be having kids without being able to feed them. I mean, hey, let it go.
Right. So we all agree it's a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a little bit of a thought experiment for you.
So they lying because Shorty already told on you. She already told on. She's like, you ain't supposed to say that. She lying because they've trying to save face for the camera. But Shorty in the dress, she stood 10 toes. She's like, hey, nah, I ain't with it. Cool, stand 10 toes on what you believe. No issue there. Because you're gonna stand 10 toes on what you believe. Hey, do what you do. But these other two shorties gotta be careful because they lying. They'll be the first ones, but nah, we gotta let this baby go. We gotta get rid of this baby. We gotta get rid of it. 1000%.
People who usually support abortion would say they support a woman's right to choose for any reason because it's none of our business. It's her body, her choice. And it is legal in most states to abort a child if they see that they have fetal abnormalities like Down syndrome, if they're missing limbs. But because it's Pride today, we're celebrating people that are diverse, right? What if a woman was able to find out her baby was going to be gay when it was born and she didn't want to raise a gay child?
How would that even? How would she know if the?
It's just a thought experiment.
But hold on though, YGA. I can agree with that sentiment, but however, no, I don't think. See, that's where we missed the ball. It ain't black people. It's liberals. Because we just went to this white girl that she was just talking to. It was liberals. I seen a couple other her videos as well where she's talking to white liberals too. So it's not just to make the white girls look, it's not just to make black girls look bad, big dog. I just want to clarify that it's not.
And so there is no gay gene, right? But let's say we were able to find out a baby's going to be gay. Would that be a reason for her to be able to abort?
No. I don't know. No.
All right, my last time, and I'm gonna let it play. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I just gotta read this because this is funny. You cannot tell women what to do with her own body. A woman can't tell a woman another woman can't tell another woman what to do with her. What? Well, nobody's telling you what you can and can't do with your body. I think y'all, this is rhetoric. Nobody told y'all what y'all can't do with y'all bodies, right? If you want to go and get knocked off by 10 men at one time, do your thing. Go ahead. But what they are saying is that there are consequences to your actions. If you decide to go and get buzzed down by 10 men and you got a baby and you get pregnant by one of those men, you don't get an option of whether you get to abort or keep this baby, depending on what state that you're in. Because there are majority of states to this day still allow abortions. They still allow it. But what y'all have been missing this entire time is that they wanted to bring it back down to the state level to make the state help the state make the decision, because this shouldn't be a federal decision. But y'all got this Trump derangement syndrome. Y'all just want to blame Trump. Like, listen, we've been the power back to the states. Y'all make that decision. Is it going to be legal or illegal? Nobody said you can't have sex. But what we have been saying is, listen, let's have preventative measures. If you are going to be out here having babies or go out here and getting buzzed down by multiple men because you want to be a thought pocket, you need to put a condom on. You need to have a condom or take your birth control pills, whatever it is to help you not have this child. Because guess what? If you do decide to have this child, depending on what state you're in, you may or may not have a choice on whether you're going to keep that baby or not. That's it. That's it. So the decision is still yours to make. The decision is still yours. You still have full autonomy of your body. You have full control of what you do with your body. Who can and who can't touch your body. You have full control of that. Nobody else does. Nobody else does. Nobody. Did I say I did? Your boy 1384. Did I say that I did? Because you didn't put a question mark behind it, so I don't know if you're asking the question or you're trying to make a statement by implying that I'm saying that I do support it. Is that a question or is that a statement that you're making?
No, that doesn't. No,
Doesn't sound right.
no, it does not. No. I mean, whatever makes you happy, but God gonna get you, so that's not my problem.
Do you think God's going to get you for killing your baby? That's what you explain in your words. Because God says, "Thou shalt not murder."
Not saying that, but it's also
No, I do
like
not support it.
it's also like if you don't feel comfortable with a gay child, that is your personal experience. That has nothing to do with anybody else except for yourself. And you could be killing a great human right there, but that's on you. That's not on anybody but them. So I feel like you kill it, you kill it. If you don't, you don't.
Oh, no,
Should you go to jail for that if you kill your baby?
Jail, that's a big sentence. That's a big word for Elmo. I don't know if you should be going to jail for killing a semen.
Well, you called it a baby. It's not a semen because it's a fertilized egg. So
I mean, after a while, you can't kill it anymore. So if you find out too late, oh well. If you don't want it, give it up to some great people that'll take it.
Well, the reason I go to that, here's the caveat to that. Smackledorf. The reason I make the argument is because typically it's the women who are out here doing 304 or are participating in 304 behavior who are having these conversations, because typically the ones who are responsible, right? Who are out here being responsible adults and are out here protecting themselves, they aren't getting pregnant. They're not having babies out of wedlock. Typically speaking, when you see single mothers out here, what happened? Are there cases where there was one night stands? Yeah, sure. 100%. But in most cases, what happened? They were out here being reckless. They were out here being irresponsible. And they end up having a baby. Now they're a single mother. That's what happens. So what are you talking about? So no, this is not a woman hating POS. This host is, I'm not a woman hating anything. I'm an accountability host. That means I'll give accountability to men when they're wrong, women when they're wrong, black people when they're wrong, white men when they're wrong, white people when they're wrong. Hell, I'll even hold myself accountable when I'm wrong. And I've done it before. I've even done it on the Banter and Barter show. I've held myself accountable in real time. So no, I'm not a woman hating person. I love women. I love the ladies. I do. I love the ladies. So let's get that straight. I love the ladies. I just want them to be great. That's it. I want them to be great. And in order for me to want them to be great, I got to hold them accountable for the dumb stuff that they do and say. K-Pumpkin?
that's my argument, is like, you know what? If you don't want to have a child, don't kill them, but give them up for adoption, because there are plenty of people who can't have kids. I mean, the gay community can't naturally have kids. So why don't those babies just go to gay people or people who can't have children?
Yeah, true. Especially if it's like a private, like adoption,
What's
like,
up, big dog?
something like that. Because some people really don't feel comfortable, and you know what? That's on you. You have you just have a different mindset, and that's cool.
So a woman shouldn't go to jail if she kills her unborn baby.
Men who get them pregnant should be charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Nah, I disagree with that. Nope. Because now, but see, here's why. Here's why, YJ. Because then you absolve the woman again from her responsibility to protect her body, because it's her body, her choice, right? She knows who she was laying down with. So why would you blame the man on that aspect? The only time I will blame the man is before everything popped off. Now listen, bro, you already know you out here just being reckless with your peen. You out here just knocking off anything and you ain't protecting yourself. Yeah, you should be held accountable in that aspect, but to be charged with conspiracy to murder. So if that's the case, is the woman you being charged too? Because if the woman's being charged too, then okay, then now we got to argue. But if you're saying that the man's gonna be charged with conspiracy to murder and the woman's not, then nah, then you're absolving her from her responsibility and accountability. Oh, here you go. It is a fetus, is an offspring, and you don't know what you're talking about. A person who's black, and you do understand that a baby is an offspring, is not a fetus. It doesn't matter. Once that seed is shot in you, it don't matter to me. That seed is in you. Your body is preparing for a baby at that point. Don't care, because now you get to the semantics of it. If you don't want to have to go through it, you better take a plan B. You better take a plan B. You better be on birth control, whatever the case may be. You better protect yourself at the end of the day. Because now you're trying to go, well, when you talk about what is a baby, we're not doing that. We're not doing that over here. We're gonna have a real base conversation. We're gonna be in good faith in these conversations. We're not gonna do that. If you want to have a real conversation, we can have a real conversation, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna play that semantics game. We're not. Now they don't think you're a woman hand, they just hate accountability. Facts. Both. You say both? Okay, well listen. Well, look, I respect that then. If you say both, I respect
it. But should she go to jail if she kills her 2-year-old? Yes. Well, what's the difference? Because to me, I just see a difference in it.
Okay, last one. Because it takes two people, and now tell one people, a man and a woman, it takes two people to have sex. That's what it is. And I'll take one person to have sex. A man got to have sex with. Yes, of course, it takes two. It takes two to tango. Correct? It takes two to tango. Right? I agree with that. What am I missing? It takes two to tango. So therefore, hold on. So if it takes two to tango, but you just said earlier that you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. Well, if that's the case, if it takes two to tango, that means I put my seed in you. That means I also have autonomy and control over what you do with your body. If it takes two to tango, I should also have a say so on what you do with this child. Because if I want the child and you don't, then we're going to have a sit down and have a real conversation and have to come to an agreement. There is no my body, my choice at that point, because it's two to tango, right? It's two to tango. That don't end after the fact that now that I'm not inside you anymore. No, you want to use that logic, two to tango. Guess what? It takes two to make a decision too, because that's going to also be my child. That's my seed that's inside you. So pick a struggle. Which one do you want? Do you want full autonomy and decision in your decision? Because guess what? If you remove the man, because I also am of the ilk of this. If this man says he wants this child, but you decide to abort it, you can't blame him, or vice versa. If you decide that you don't want the child, no, I'm sorry. If that man you decide that you want the child, and that man says that he doesn't want the child, then you have to absolve him from the responsibility, because guess what? He said that he don't want to do with the child. So that means you can't go at him for child support, nothing. Because it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. And if he decides, and then on the other side is if you decide that you don't want the child, but he does, then he just got to live with that decision. He just got to live with the decision and be upset. Because that's your body, your choice, if you're going to do that way. So you got to pick a struggle. What struggle is it? Either y'all make the decision together, because it takes two to tango based off of what you're just saying right here. Y'all make the decision together on what y'all want to do. Or you take full liberty in your individualism and your full autonomy of your body. And whatever it is that you decide, you also got to reap the consequences. So if you decide you want to keep the baby and he didn't want that baby, guess what? You can't go after him for child support. Nothing. You can't reach out, nothing. He didn't want that child. He automatically opted out. But you decided you wanted the kid because you didn't want to feel bad. Live with your choices. And you can't blame him. So
age. I see a different in life because like one is like born. And so it is the age also, but it's also like you sat here and kept her for 2 years and now you're thinking, oh, time for you to go. It's your time. Like that's mad random. Why would you kill a 2-year-old? I mean, I understand it's like killing like the one in your stomach.
Maybe that's when they get really complicated and challenging and the mother's just like, I'm done.
Then give it to the father. Give it to the grandparents. You got people you can give it to. You ain't got to kill the baby.
I would use that same argument for an unborn child.
Exactly.
Right? But
exactly.
You're bisexual. So bi means two. So are there just two genders?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have to say to people who say that there are 12 genders, 1,000 genders? Sometimes I interviewed somebody who said there might be over 1 billion.
I don't know about that. But I'm two-sided, but I'm loyal on both sides either way, So, I'm a free spirit person, so if you like more than one, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't judge,
Right. Do you think that men who have gender dysphoria and want to live their life as a woman, are they women or are they different than women?
I don't know. That's a good question. It is what they want to be. If they dress themselves as women, they want to be women, let them be women, But if they also, is some that's dressed as women for fun, So it's, it's either way. It is what it is, Yeah.
Well, do you think you've lost any rights under the current presidential administration as a bisexual queen?
No, not really. I don't. See, I'm a person that's in my shell. So, what's going on outside the world, I just sip my water and mind my business, So I'm that type, So I feel like, what's right is right, what's wrong was wrong. Two rights don't make a wrong, So you have to do it right way,
Bi means two.
You feel me? Listen, she making sense so far. I ain't got nothing to say. At least, listen, here's my thing. I don't have a problem with the way that you live your life. I don't. Do your thing. Live your life the way that you want to, whether I agree with it or not, because I don't agree with it, right? Because I don't believe in the whole bi aspect. I mean, you just a lesbian. That's neither here nor there. But the fact that she even standing like this, I mean, it's just it's two genders. She's making sense in the conversation that she's having. Yeah, she just live an alternative lifestyle, but
two. So are there just two genders?
Yes.
Okay.
So what's the question?
Oh, wow. Want to come talk to me about it? Do you want to condemn political violence? Do you guys know what he's talking about?
The girl that punched you?
Yeah, what about her?
Nothing. We know you. You're
Okay.
famous.
Can you condemn me being physically assaulted?
No, I feel bad. I'm
No,
sorry that
thank
happened.
you.
But
Thank
that
you.
was crazy though.
Right?
He hit
No,
you.
Thank you.
though.
And you know what?
I think I just seen it. That was so sad. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm like
Thank
so
you.
lost, but actually,
Nah, you can't lie though. She got a good one too. Like
She did. She gave me that two-piece.
She gave you that two-piece combo.
But
It's okay though. You back though.
You know, I'm back now, pretty.
So
Yeah. So do you guys think that I hate gay people?
No, I think you're
clearly not.
Right. I mean, I'm out here. I am Catholic.
You wearing the drip.
And I'm conservative, but like I would never say that you guys get to.
You don't want to get hit again.
Well, that's why I got these guys. Unfortunately, I have to. Yeah. I got two of them.
you glad she got what she deserves. So you condone violence because she's speaking differently or she has a difference of an opinion. That's degenerate behavior. That's a degenerate mindset. She got what she deserved because she's thinking on the other side of the aisle. So let me ask you a question. What if somebody just came and just punched somebody who's a part of the ABC community in the face and said, well, they deserved it because they live because they think differently than me? Is that justified? Or would you say, oh, they're against us. There's something that's against me because I choose to live my life different. Because it's okay, because you're saying it's okay and that she deserved to get punched in the face because she's just having a conversation. She didn't disrespect the person. She didn't come at the person aggressive, anything. She didn't even look like a threat. She don't even look like a threat. just having a conversation. But because y'all don't know how to control yourselves, because y'all never had a father in your life to teach y'all to have decorum and understand what it means to just sit down and have a conversation, stop using your emotions to make irrational decisions all the time, you are condoning the fact that this woman got punched in the face. That's crazy to me.
Isn't that sad that I have to have security to talk to people?
You're a cool girl.
You have the right to believe whatever you want as long as you're respectful.
And I respect your opinions, even if they're
exactly. Even if we don't think the same thing, everybody deserves respect. And
Exactly.
you're feeling, and that's what matters.
Absolutely.
At least some people got sense in the world, regardless of what side of the aisle that they stand on. At least some people got sense. Like listen, you are free to believe what you want to believe. Simple as that. I respect the fact that you stand 10 toes on what you believe in. Simple as that. You don't respect her opinions. Her opinions to me is just garbage. Okay, so she can say the same thing about you. Your opinions are garbage. But that don't mean I don't gotta respect you. You stand 10 toes. See, y'all don't even know what respect is anymore. Y'all think everybody's supposed to think like you. You think everybody's supposed to be like you. We ain't a monolith, nigga. I ain't like you. There are gonna be things that we're gonna agree on. There are gonna be things that we're gonna disagree on. But I can respect you enough to sit down and have a conversation with you in good faith, knowing that, listen, we may not agree on this, but I can give you my perspective and my thoughts on this and why I see it this way, and you can give me yours, and we can go back and forth on as long as we're respectful to each other and we're not threatening each other or anything like that, because it's opinionated. It's opinionated at the end of the day. You still got to answer the God for your own actions in life. And you worried about what I think about what you got to say. And you focus on my opinions and my thoughts, the way that I live, the way that I decided to make my choices in life because of how I grew up and the things that I seen in my own experience in life. You don't respect the fact of how I see things in my own life. That's some dumb shit. That's dumb. That's ignorant as hell. You grew up differently than I did. So of course, because we grew up different, our thoughts and our opinions are going to be different naturally. At some point, will they align? Yeah, I'm sure there may be some things that we agree on for sure. Cool. Oh, but then that's when I get your respect because we agree on something now? That's dumb, man. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? Nah, not ignorant, dumb. Dumb. The fact that you don't understand why someone would act a fool a certain way is the problem. The thing, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, I can't tell nobody how to respond, right? I can't control how somebody responds to my opinions, my thoughts. I can't tell you that, but I can make sure I can let you know, listen, I come in good faith. I come in peace. I just want to have a conversation with you. If you disagree with me, cool, we can talk about it. But to want to throw hands because you disagree, you way on the other side of the aisle, you that upset about your life? You that upset because my thoughts and opinions different from yours? That's wild. It's like this: live your life the way you want to live it. You're not living your life to please others. That's a fact. I'm gonna give you your respect, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, whether I agree with you or not. I'm gonna give you respect as a human being. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give you your respect. I'm not gonna disrespect you just because I disagree with you. It's crazy. No, but the fact that I don't, this is what I don't respect. I don't respect the fact that you can't even hold yourself. You can't even respect somebody for a different opinion. That's what I don't respect. That's cowardice to me. You think somebody got to think like you in order for you to respect them. That's stupid. I got close friends to me right now who disagree. We disagree on a lot of different things, but that's still my best friend to this day. Because we don't need to agree on everything. We can't get better if we agree on everything. That's how we move the needle forward in life. There are going to be people who think different, who come from different walks of life. In order for us to understand each other and come to an agreement to move forward, how do we move forward? You came from this background. I came from this background. There are going to be clashes right here. Oh, I disagree because this, that, and the third. oh, I disagree with this because this, that, and third. Okay, great. So where do we agree? Where can we get to the middle ground where we can move this thing forward so that way we can be a better society, so that way we can get to a fucking bag, that way we can make more money and we can make this country even more better than what the fuck it is, because it's already a great country. How can we continue to keep being great? But y'all too busy. Y'all want to be fucking degenerates in the world because somebody think differently than you. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. No, I don't want to change your mind. I'm giving you a perspective of what I see it from. I don't have to change your mind. I'm not in this to change your mind. I'm in here to give you a point of view that you may not have thought about. That's the point of the conversation. The conversation is to be had. We just said some people have ignorant conversations. Some people come into a conversation ignorant as hell, don't know what the hell they talking about. And so therefore, because you may have some insight that helps us, like, all right, bet you give me some insight. I ain't never thought about that. Hey, that's a great point. I never thought about that. Now, guess what? My wires are flowing out. Well, I used to think like this, but because they just brought my attention to this right here, that makes more sense. That makes a little bit more sense in my life. Why? Because we don't know everything. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. Nor does anybody else who's watching this live stream know everything. So therefore, we come from different walks of the fucking aisle. And that's how we get better, because we can't even sit and have a damn conversation. That's not changing minds. It's called being open. It's called being open. Because guess what? If you can't change my mind, if I still can't make sense of it, even though you gave me a different perspective, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to change my mindset. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to change the way that I live my life. It just opens the door to better understanding why it is that you move the way that you move. Just like a lot of these individuals here. There are some women who became a part of the ABC community for many different reasons. I can get a better understanding as to why they became that versus me just saying, oh, see something wrong with them and something wrong with them mentally, man. They on some BS. There are many different reasons as to why they became a part of the ABC community. I can get a better understanding of that and like, okay, well, that makes sense. I understand it a little bit better now. That doesn't mean I agree with your lifestyle, though. That doesn't mean I still agree with your lifestyle choices. I didn't change my mind. I just get a better perspective and a better understanding for why it is that you do what you do.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Girl. You know, I'm just out here to talk to people about why they're out here and the differences that we have. You know, we're all human beings.
Like we just proved the point right here. These shorties said, listen, I don't agree. They are part of the ABC community. They said they don't agree with her getting punched in the face. But the other shorty, the orange hair shorty, she was ready to fight. They come from two different walks of life. One did not understand. One of them, they already had a vendetta towards this shorty already. Them shorties are like, listen, I remember you got punched in the face. I think that was messed up. Listen, I don't think nobody should be hitting nobody in the face. I think we should all be able to have a conversation. And I respect you because you stand on what it is you stand on. Boom, 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 boom. We don't all come from the same walks of life, dog. No, yeah, my understanding has changed. Understanding of it. Not my mind. My mind didn't change. My understanding of what it is that you do has changed. Not my perspective, not the way that I live my life. None of that has changed. That's what I mean by having a conversation to get a better understanding. It doesn't necessarily change anything in my life. It just changed the understanding. That's it. Like you didn't change my mind. Like, you know what? I think I might be open to being gay now. No, that's not what that means. It's just, hey, listen, I got a better understanding now. I appreciate that. I still disagree. I still disagree with how you live your life, but I got a better understanding as to why you live your life the way you live.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope you stay safe. Protect her, please.
Keep going, bye. Thank you. Bye. So cute. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Man, shout out to her. Shout out to her though. You gotta use your mind to think before you gotta use your mind to think before you could understand something, before you could understand what you were thinking about. Man, I'm gonna need you to get better with your typing, man. You trying to type too fast or something. I don't know what's going on with your sentences. You gotta figure this out. You gotta figure that out. Because you making me seem like I'm the dumb one up here reading this doggone thing. This country has always been great. great people died off, and then weak-minded people took over weak people that just complain about their own bad decisions and blame others. Fair enough, Jeremy. Fair enough. Yep, if we all think the same thing, we are foolish. That's a fact. You didn't understand. You didn't understand. Now you do understand. That's a change in your mind. I mean, yeah, tomato. I guess you can say that. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll concede to that. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah, I'll concede to that, YGA. I'll concede to it. See how I can hold myself accountable? I'll concede to it. All right, so let me ask the chat. Let me ask y'all. Do we want to talk about do we want to go to this fatty channel and talk about women sleeping with their men? Because there was a debate on the fatty show, and they were going back and forth as to why women, when they get in a relationship with men, they aren't given the box, or there has to be a condition as to when these women are giving these men box when they're in a relationship. And there were many people, everybody was having a debate. Do y'all want to talk about that? Or do y'all want to talk about Jason Lee breaks down the Megan Thee Stallion dating history and how he kind of attacks her, Meg Thee Stallion, in her decisions, in her past decisions in life, and the whole Klay Thompson situation? Do we want to talk about that? Or do we want to talk about trauma is not an excuse with the Lapeef show? Because there's I forgot her name. So I forgot her name. It was right there in my head. But she said that back in her day, she had over 63 bodies. And then Boheme, who was part of the Lapeef network, she was basically saying that the red pill is the reason for X, Y, and Z, acting as if 63 bodies is a lie. Pretty much just defending the woman who had over 63 bodies. So which one do y'all want to go to? The fatty channel, Jason Lee, or the Lapeef? Which one? I'm gonna let y'all choose. Listen, just put a 1, 2, or 3. Put a 1 if y'all want to watch the fatty channel of women having sex in marriage, or men being in sexless marriages. Put a 2 for the Jason Lee and Meg Thee Stallion. Put a 3 for the Lapeef network. And then I'll be right back. Give me a second. One, 2, or 3. So everybody said 1, a 1 or 3. All right. So we got. Oh, okay. Well, you can go. You saying none of them? Okay, you said 1, 1 or 3. So you in between 1, 3, and pick 4 and pick 4. And if you want to talk about racist white people, well, you can always send me a link. Send a link to my email. Courtnee Edgar 1 at Gmail. Send it to my email then if you want me to talk about it. Courtnee Edgar 1 at gmail.com. Send it to me. Like if there's a topic that you want me to talk about. He said he not here. I'm here now, dog. I'm back. You said one. All right, looks like it's one it is. Where are all the white? Where the white women at? Where the white women at? Off of white chicks. Well, you ain't gotta keep. Hey, listen, don't spam the chat, bro. Don't spam the chat. We saw it the first time. You don't gotta keep spamming. Hey, time them out. Time them out. If you're gonna keep on pressing the same thing, keep copy and paste it. Just go ahead and time them out. You don't gotta spam the chat. I saw it, bro. All right, so
in front of the kids, yeah. Give him a blowjob below the dance quality.
All right, let's see. Let me get to it. Let me get to it first.
Barry, it's like, bro, I'll try tomorrow, whatever.
All right, here we go. I think this is where we at.
The statement was Sharon and Logic, help out and all that.
All right, here we go.
You got it, SH. You got it, Skipper.
No.
You co-signing
You
again
have
for the wrong team.
If they're tired and exhausted.
I got you, Skipper. What is the question? Smell the roses?
So,
we talk about HR job. Never. I will like. We don't even think.
All right, we can start here. All right, first and foremost, let me say shout out to Smell the Roses, shout out to Fatty, shout out to Ilkhan Ali, shout out to Carmaya, shout out to them, shout out to even Dalen, shout out to Dalen, and shout out to the rest of the panel. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic, this fatty topic, since the chat has spoken, they said they're gonna do one, so we're gonna do one. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and then we'll give our thoughts and opinions. Now, mind you, before we get into it, I'm gonna let y'all know there may be some pauses in it, a lot. You feel me? But I'll do my best to try to let it play through. Let at least everybody get their thoughts off first, and then I'll try to pause in between. All right. So this is a little bit longer, not too long though, but a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and rock out and get into it.
Take our underwear on at this point. There's most sex. It's not the enthusiastic lingerie. I'm going to mean like Tarzan. It's not true.
I don't want that.
What age ranges are we talking about too?
Are you considering the fact that in a lot of situations, because according to the statistics, about 70% of women work outside of the household,
and so do men.
Okay, and so do men. But if the men are the ones that are wanting, and this is not my particular situation, but when I hear about the general, if men are the ones that are wanting more sex, then maybe they need to make a situation where the woman has the time and the energy.
No,
because if you're expecting the wife to go out and work 40 hours like you, have the children, do all the things, clean the house, and then still have the energy.
40 hours when I met you.
Ali, I got
In fact, they work 40 hours when you met them.
It's the last thing, Ali. Hey, y'all make men like me never consider sex again. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
Never consider y'all have air conditioner jobs for the most part. We are actually doing certain jobs that get you physically tired. You are doing an HR job, and Bella, come to the office. I have to talk to you real quick and all that shit. If I have to negotiate sex with you, I will go to Big Booty Keisha and Big Booty Karen from accountant. I don't need you. Respectfully, if I have to talk to you, the worst blowjob that you are going to get in your life is the one that you have to ask for. If I have to come to you, you are tired, baby, from your accounting job. Okay,
just because the job is not physically demanding doesn't mean it's not mentally demanding. That's why. So I'm just telling you what some of these women say is like, okay, I have a job, you have a job. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm handling the cooking, and then you're expecting me then to come with the stamina to also meet you on your sexual appetite level, which is sometimes not reasonable to do in those particular.
So y'all don't enjoy sex. I thought sex was a stress reliever. I thought that if you have a hard day and everything is going bad, you want your man to take you to town so you can do the.
Don't you take into account that she does more work after her 9 to 5 too? Like,
and
that's not logic. No logic.
Fatty, clearly based on what you're saying.
What you just said.
Can y'all repeat
Fatty,
what I just
say
said?
what you just said.
Y'all
clearly, based on what you're saying, that's not the case.
Because
if you're hold on. If you and Ali are,
can you answer this question, Skipper, please?
Ranting about what? Okay, what's the
Do
question?
y'all enjoy sex?
Nobody's saying they don't enjoy sex.
So why is the burden? Shouldn't be something that you should crave?
Because sex is more, as many of you have already said, sex is more than just physical for women. So sometimes you need to be mentally engaged. And sometimes it may be hard for those said women to get mentally engaged if they're tired and exhausted from work and then dealing with the kids and then dealing with the house. So maybe this is something that men should consider.
That's a bunch of bullshit that Skipper is talking about. On Real Life, they said some women act like they don't have energy for things outside of their job. It's just an excuse to not do what they don't want to do. Yeah, man, that's at this point, that's what is making more sense to me. Because what people aren't saying is the duty of the aspect. If you know that I'm gonna be with you if I'm gonna be with you, right? Nobody thinks about this. If you know that I'm supposed to be with you, and we talking about marriage, right? If you know that I'm supposed to be with you for a long, extended period of time, right? Why wouldn't you put yourself in a position to be the best version of yourself? So that way I'm always on point. I'm always going to want to be on top of you, whatever that case may be. It could be a horn dog, whatever the case. You know this. And to keep your man, because y'all think y'all box is the best thing since sliced bread, right? And y'all know the urge that men get to want to get some. And y'all gonna sit up and tell me that because y'all feel as if y'all so tired, y'all so drawn out that you don't have 5 to, let's be real, because most men ain't finna go for a whole hour, bro. 5-10 minutes. You tell me you ain't got 5 to 10 minutes to get your mind together. Get your mind together so you can bust it down and then call it a day. Because most of y'all ain't even doing the work anyway. Y'all just laying on y'all back and then y'all getting bust down and they go about their business. So if anything, you still ain't even exerting a lot of energy. You just taking it. So you telling me you got to do all this stimulation and get yourself in the groove, get yourself in the mind. But the moment that it's time for you to get ready to go, the moment that you ready for it, and we like, nah, man, I'm chilling, bro. I really ain't trying to get to it for real. Now it's an issue. Now it becomes a problem. Now it's, oh, well, why aren't you not attracted to me anymore? What is it? Man, I'm tired, bro. Like, nigga, I'm out here doing a lot of things because y'all swear men don't do nothing. Y'all swear men ain't out here getting to it. What about the men? Because we always talk about cooking and cleaning. What about the kids? Most men are actually helping y'all with the kids. And let's be 110% clear. They're even making videos about how easy it is to take care of the kids. Y'all put that burden on y'all sis because y'all keep doing extra shit with these kids. Tell them sit their ass down so you can do what you got to do. Your kids are not running you rampant like that. They're not. They're not running you rampant like that. And all of y'all talking about y'all cook every day. Or I cook and I clean. All y'all ain't cooking every day. All of y'all not cleaning every day. You're lying. Most of the times what y'all are doing, what y'all do, y'all go to y'all job, y'all come home, you take your clothes off, you put on your comfort loungewear, you sit on the couch and you get on your phone and you start scrolling. Or you're watching your favorite TV show, Love Island. Every shorty right now is watching Love Island right now because you're seeing so many different reaction videos about Love Island and what's going on. People having full-on conversations about Love Island. So y'all really ain't out here doing what y'all saying that y'all doing. But we gotta put that narrative out there to make it seem like y'all doing everything God willing, y'all doing everything like y'all superwoman. What about the men that's outside doing the yard work? Y'all must forgot most of y'all live in the house, right? What about the men that's doing the outside work? What about the man that's washing your car? What about the man that's trimming the bushes? What about the man who's mowing the lawn in the sun? What about the man who's taking care of the house on the outside? What about that? He ain't never asked you about that, but he's still trying to bust you down at any moment, though. He ain't too tired for that. Taking care of the outside things, taking out the trash, taking out the garbage, helping you out at the same time. Well, let me go get these kids. Let me go play with these kids to give mommy some time. Well, we ain't having that conversation, though. And you telling me you can't give up 5 minutes? 5 minutes. Most of y'all won't even give up. Most of y'all ain't even giving y'all man a blowjob. Let's be real. Let's have a real conversation. Most of y'all ain't even doing that. You aren't even enthusiastic about giving your man some. But then y'all get upset when the man step out on you and go bust somebody else down, go and bust another shorty down who's willing to give it up for him. Make it make sense to me, dog. You got shorties out here in the streets, and no, because I know how a lot of y'all like to speculate. Well, that must be going on in your life. No, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm talking about what I'm seeing, dog. I'm talking about what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. Because we always talk about one side of the spectrum. We don't never talk about one side of the aisle. One thing leads to another. You losing, you out here gaining weight because you being lazy. You don't want to exercise anymore because you're so tired. But yet we see other men as well, because on the other side of the coin, we see this man doing all these different things. He working 40 hours a week, sometimes 60, still able to make it to the gym, still able to still be in his children's life, doing those things as well, mentally and physically goddamn tired, but still not complaining about anything, still trying to make sure that you're goddamn happy, and still trying to make sure the kids are taken care of, while he got things going on in his mind each and every goddamn day, only getting 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep. But maybe if he sleep a little longer, maybe if he's taking a nap because the nigga tired. He outside tired too. But he still want to make sure he make time for you and bust you down. But then you ain't doing nothing. All you doing the same damn thing every day. Come on, dog. If we're gonna have a good conversation, let's have a good conversation.
If they want sex more often in those situations.
Or
y'all know how
I
to
can-
get
I can get a side piece that can do the job for you, and I don't have to bother you anymore. Why don't you care?
Hold on, Fatty, real quick. I want to answer this. This is how you fix that. Instead of waiting until the end of the day, how about you just give it to him before you go to work? Whenever you're already about to go and give all your energy into work. How about we do that?
Well,
That's actually
I am not saying that that's a reasonable solution. Like I said, this is not my particular situation because I don't really work outside my household. But for the women that do, for the 70% of women that do, their main complaint is, you want me to work, pay bills, have children, raise children, cook, clean, and then also make time to have sex. And so I, as a woman that don't do all of that, I can understand. Like, okay, that is a little. That's
No.
Can
you answer what Kermaya said? You had 7 hours of sleep. Why don't you get that shit out of the way in the morning and go about your business so you don't get tired and you don't no sweaty and your head hurts? Why not?
Listen, that's the thing though. That's the thing though, who cares? Ain't even about, listen, I'm gonna be 110% with y'all. Let's be real. If your man's really out here getting to it, yeah, he's not gonna be correct. Yeah, of course he may be horny, but if he's busy, he's constantly on the move, doing things, taking care of other things. He ain't trying to get it all the time. He's really not. Let's be real. If we're gonna have a real conversation, let's have a real conversation. He's gonna be busy, right? Because he ain't got time to be worried about box. But at the very least, this is your guy. This is your husband. This is your forever. Why you ain't sending this man no naked pictures when you at work? Why you ain't sending him no sexy shit when you at work? Why you ain't surprising him with shit like that? That's your husband. You can't be you ain't a 3 or 4 if you're doing this for your husband. Sending the man random pictures, getting them like, oh shit, hold on, I didn't expect that. You feel me? Y'all ain't even doing that no more. Y'all ain't doing it. Just like Common said on Barbershop 3, y'all out here giving lazy side booty. You had given lazy side booty. You ain't even trying to make an effort no more. It ain't even about, let's be real. It ain't even about the actual sex, bro. Y'all ain't even trying to y'all ain't even trying to role play with a G no more. Y'all ain't sending the niggas no good morning pictures, nothing. Like, ooh, I was thinking about you, daddy. I'm in the shower type shit. Y'all ain't doing none of that. None of it. Now, I get it. There are some women, they're in a position where they don't feel confident in themselves. You know, they aren't feeling confident in their body. And that's cool. I get it. But that's something that you can change. Get in the gym. Start working out. Better yourself. Because I know there's a lot. Let's be real. If we're going to have a real conversation, have a real conversation. The real reason why a lot of y'all aren't busting each other down is because y'all aren't attracted to each other anymore like y'all once were. When y'all first found that person, they were the most attractive thing you've ever seen in your life. Sexy thing, they were fit, they were slim, everything looked good. You're like, God damn. But then over time, you constantly kept seeing the same booty, and then that attraction level went down because they started to gain some weight to kind of get out of shape. You kind of see them in the, in their natural environments. Like, it's cool, bro. So sometimes that ignorance was there because you didn't know everything about that person. So you only saw the good side of them. Like, oh, I saw them when they was in shape, when they was working out. That shit's so sexy, bro. Like, nigga, you was out here ready to get nasty. Like, girl, I bust you down when you sweaty. What you talking about? But now it's different. Like, man, I'm not trying to bust. Man, you better go take a shower. I'm not trying to kiss you with your stank, bro. You feel me? But y'all ain't even getting back to it. Get back to that stage of, all right, listen, let me get myself back in shape. Let me build this confidence back up. Let me get this confidence, this aura back about myself that made you attracted to me in the first place. So now when you see me, guess what? Game time. You see what I'm saying, Trees? That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, text this morning. Like, oh shit, hold up. Especially when it's unexpected. That's the best one. You're like, oh shit, hold up. I didn't expect that one. Especially when he doing hard work and he working his ass off. He's sweating, and then next thing you know, he looked down at his phone like, oh shit, hold up. He done forgot everything that he was doing at work. You feel me? But they ain't doing that because not everything comes with a stipulation. Everything comes with a condition.
Good morning. I imagine that a lot of women, because I know even me, even though I don't work inside of my household, I got to get up, I got to get my kids ready for school. There's a morning routine that goes on that doesn't make that possible on a regular basis.
Wake up 20 minutes early.
No, but
hey, please, friends, please. At what time do you wake up, Skipper?
This wouldn't be a good example for me. I told you in my life.
Skipper, let's assume that most women, Sage, please, next. Let's assume that most women wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Why can you wake up at 5:45 and do like you do to this show? To this show, you have to do a little bit of preparation, right? You don't get here at 5 p.m. You get here at 4:45. You set your camera up and all that shit, right? You go ahead, and because I don't want to perturb your pH balance and your coochie and all this, you use your mouth. You go to town in the morning, and then you wipe it out. You go take a shower, and you go right back to work. I'm happy. You are not tired, and we move along. Why are most women not doing what Kermaya is saying and taking it out of the way in the morning, like people go to the gym for 1 hour before because they know they're going to be tired after work? Why not take it out of it from the morning? Can you explain that, Skipper?
Only thing I could think of is he don't feel he's worth it to do that.
It's
he's
perfect.
Not. Yeah, he doesn't feel he's worth it to do that. And honestly, if I'm being honest from my perspective of the way that I believe, set up my life, if I had to work 40 hours a week and go half on bills and then pick kids up and then drop kids off and then come home and cook dinner and then keep a house clean, if I had to even imagine doing all that in a marriage, I probably wouldn't be in the mood very often. I would probably be tired. Yes. I think that's crazy that women decide to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Skipper, you know why you're wrong? Because like Ali said, there's a bunch of single baby mamas that every time they see their boyfriend, they on it. They film once every 2 weeks. No, but that's no.
Just checkmate him. Fatty just checkmated him. Just checkmated him.
No, that's bullshit. You don't see your side chick every weekend. You don't see your
Patty. Hold on. Hey, please hold on. The premise is this. The premise is this. They work all day and they have kids to feed and they have things to cook and they have to walk the dog. And you know what happens? Those women, the side piece, the girlfriend, all of them have work. All of them have dogs. All of them have to cook. All of them have to clean their ass. And afterwards, they still go ahead and do what they need to do happily and move about
once a week.
So you should do
No. Hey, Fatty, hold on. We're not talking about the ones.
This is the bad premise that y'all keep having, man. It's keep going to bad premise. No. Single people are not just having abundance of sex. They just not having abundance of sex. They don't even get to see each other enough to have abundance of sex. They got a plan for it. They gotta say, hey, I gotta take this weekend, I'm taking my kids. So that means you gotta wait 6 to 7 days before you even get to sniff some of the goddamn vagina. Stop acting as if that single mother or whoever this side chick is that you getting on demand. You not.
Man, what the hell you talking about? What the hell you talking about, Sharon? That's cap. Man, there's a shorty ready to go right now. There's a shorty who ready to go right now. She waiting on you with every opportunity, and all you gotta do is hear her, hey, what you got going on? Oh, nothing. Bet I'm pull up. They gonna move. They gonna make arrangements to come to see you because they've been trying to get at you. Come on, man, stop with that, boy. And most of these y'all, if you really want to have the real conversation, most of these shorties getting bust down while they kid in the room sleep. Baby be in the crib and they getting bust down. Stop with the cap. They put their 2-year-old, 3-year-old in the bed in the room next door, and they getting their cheeks clapped 110% of the time. Stop with the cap. You ain't waiting no 6 or 7 goddamn days. You lying. You lying. You are straight 110% lying. Because shorties who ready to get bust down, they ready to get bust down. They gonna make arrangements that they need to make. They gonna do what it is that they need to do. Especially if you come over there for one thing. You ain't finna wait no 6 or 7 goddamn days to get a babysitter. You lying.
You gotta do a lot of planning to get that side chick or that.
Most people do more planning in their marriage to get some box than they do with a shorty that ain't even in a relationship with. That's cap. That's cap.
Hey, Sharon and Logic.
Whatever
Hey,
you're talking about. So y'all premise is bullshit.
Hey, Sharon and Logic. Have y'all ever dated a baby?
That's what I said.
Sharon and Logic. Have y'all ever dated? Hold on, please. And said you got it right after. I swear. Y'all ever dated a baby mother?
Yeah.
She ever snuck y'all in the house after the kids went to sleep?
Probably.
What you mean, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like this, y'all heard what I said earlier.
Got your ass.
Y'all heard what I said earlier about conversations and debates. It's in bad faith because nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. Logic already know if he was messing with a side piece or messing with a shorty that had a kid before, he know he got snuck inside of shorty's house while the kid was there. He know it. That's why it took him a minute to ask you, like, shit, maybe. What you mean, maybe? Nigga, you know. Come on, dog. Bad faith conversation. And still bust down the mom after. Come on, man. Come on, dog. And real talk. And most of these niggas, they still busting these shorties down while they pregnant. Man, come on, man. Come on, man.
Did that happen? How often did this happen?
You got it, SH. You got it, Skipper.
No.
You co-signed it again for the wrong team.
Let's say, right, it's not like that was a norm.
You co-signed it again for the wrong team. You co-signed it again for the wrong team.
Hey, friends, we are going to let SH go, but
hey, man, we might need to get SH over here. You know what? I think we need to get SH and Skip over here on the Banter and Barter Show on Friday nights. Y'all might need to send them a message. Let them like, hey, listen. You ever thought about going over there to the Banter and Barter Show, having a conversation? Macaroni and Marcus will love that. Oh, they would have a field day. They would have a field day with Skipper and SH. Oh my God. I need y'all to send them a message. Or any chicks or any shorties who want to get onto a panel, man. Any shorties want to get onto a panel, send them my way. Y'all can either send them to my Discord, which that link is in the description, or you can send them to my IG, which is Courtnee Edgar. Courtnee Edgar. Pretty easy to find.
I just want to point this out to the 700 people watching the show. Women don't like to fuck y'all, man.
Fact.
This is crazy. Like this conversation is
both sides.
Is legally no. We're talking about most women, not all these perfect people on the panel, right? Because Uncle Rick says it's never the people on the panel. These people hate fucking y'all. I'm sorry, because you know what they never say no to things they like. Is never a point where somebody brings me something that I like and I say, you know what? No. Right? But when I like something, I will do it. Y'all will say this. if a man really likes you, he will find time to do it. And I agree. If a man really likes you, there's no excuse. He will find time to do it. So if a woman really likes you, ... Go ahead, decision interrupted. And I want to hear from Miss Me and Dalen, and then we go to the second icebreaker.
Thank you. I was just trying to say, fact, Sharon, it is not every day that they with the side chick. That's one. And two, I think it's freaking crazy that you're sitting here asking the woman who's already in survival mode to make a little more time instead of you picking up some dishes or you getting the kids.
Exactly.
You know why Sharon and Logis get pussy? Because they are healthy in their relationships and they participate in their marriages, and their women are probably not in survival mode all the time.
You know how stupid that sounds, bro? Survival mode?
That nigga crazy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Are you fucking kidding me right now? SH, come on, dog. Come on, man. Hey, listen, I ain't with the bullshit today. I'm not with the bullshit today. No, you did not just say that. No, you did not just say that. Survival mode. How are you survival mode? I'm pretty sure that man never asked you to come outside. I'm pretty sure that man never asked you to come outside and help him with the yard. I'm pretty sure that man never told you to come outside and help him wash your car. I'm pretty sure that man never asked you to come outside and help him pressure wash the house. I'm pretty sure that man ain't tell you to come outside and help him build that that patio table that you wanted, that you've been eyeing, that you bought with the money. I'm pretty sure you didn't call that man, or he didn't come out there and tell you, say, hey, can you come out here and help me build this play set for our kids? I'm pretty sure he didn't. He allowed you to stay in the house in the cool AC while you sit in there chilled, or did what you was doing in there while you outside in that hot sun sweating. And because you out there taking me, look at my husband, say, I love when the man doing work. We ain't having that conversation though. But you talking about picking up a couple of dishes. A couple of dishes. That's what you talking about. And look, let me take it further. Most of y'all ain't even cooking. Y'all door dashing. Uber Eats. You're going out. That's why a lot of y'all obese now. That's why a lot of y'all overweight. Y'all going out to eat. Door dashing all the time. But y'all want to have that conversation because y'all swear y'all cooking and cleaning every goddamn day, and that's a lie. You're lying. Just like I would be lying if I sit here and said that every man is out here in the yard cleaning the yard every single day. That's a lie. Unless that's his job, unless that's what he does for a living, or that's his side hustle, he's not outside every day in the yard. So you're capping. You're capping.
You ask him. No,
You guys stimulate your wives.
Skipper, 1 second. Hey Sharon, do you cook and clean in your household?
No.
No, that's not the question.
She got your ass.
Here's a non-condescending. No. It's not about just
He's sitting over here trying to defend. And he don't even do that. He don't even help in the household. He don't even cook and clean. His lady does it.
It's not about just
Skipper, can you stop? It was not your statement.
Y'all got all your rebuttals.
It was not your statement.
Everything destroyed.
It was. Hey, can you guys stop talking, please, friends?
Can I expound on my answer?
No, you can expound.
You don't gotta expound on nothing. You don't have to. You ain't cooking and cleaning.
You asked that question poorly, Fatty. That's not the question.
As Sage, you don't have to clean it up for her. It was not a question. It was a statement. She said,
"You asked the question poorly."
Can you please stop?
Right, it was a bullshit question.
And Sage made the statement.
Bro.
As
I
Sage
just
said,
wanted to answer it, but it's a bullshit question.
I guarantee you that I'm not going to.
Man, bro, do these niggas not have self-control? Stop trying to talk. You see Fatty trying to talk. That's one thing I can't stand when people get on these panels either, bro. Bro, y'all gotta respect the host. If he's talking, if he's trying to get some shit in order, stop talking. You already been called. There's no reason to expound on what you said. They asked you the question: do you cook or clean? It's a simple question. You said no, you don't cook and clean. Bet. So you fighting for what? And you constantly keep trying to talk, over talk, and then Skipper keep trying to jump in. Bro, he ain't even talking to you, Skipper. Be quiet. Let the host speak. Stop trying to over talk the host.
I'm going to start muting
y'all. The reason why
I'm going to start muting y'all. Please.
It's an echo. You got to do it to yourself too, then.
No, because I'm the host of the show. When I go to the Sharon Gracie show, I shut the fuck up. Right? Just because y'all streaming for your platform doesn't mean this is y'all show.
He's still talking.
Just because y'all streaming for your platform doesn't mean that this is y'all show. SH made a statement, right? And the statement was Sharon and Logic help out and all that. So this is why they get texts all the time, right? The biggest complaint about women is cooking and cleaning. I know there's more things in the house to do, some homework and all that shit, but most things that women complain, I have to clean every day after these kids and I have to cook every day for y'all. SH.
Perfect.
Now that you know, 1 second, Sharon is a dedicated dad. He's a good dad. He goes to the kid to the playground and all of these things, right? Can you, SH, admit, please, that there's a lot of women that don't cook, like they don't have their man cooking and cleaning, and they still give everything and anything to their man every time they want? Can you admit that?
Yeah, it's an echo.
You have a bad echo.
No, the echo is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's from me. Yes. Now it's good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 testing.
Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, you can hear us? Sharon, go ahead and do your disclaimer.
No, can I ask my question? Can I ask the question?
After Sharon does a disclaimer and then you got it.
Right. So the thing is, if I'm with a woman that she likes a man to clean, I don't be like Mr. Clean with that mop, doing it all nice and sexy with my nice hoochie daddy shorts on. So what she is saying is that that we are helping in the house. We're doing what is needed to take responsibilities off of our woman. Right. So it's not necessarily cooking or cleaning.
So what
it's whatever that household needs.
No, can I ask my question?
So what do you do?
Sharon and Logic.
No, can he finish? Can he finish? Can that brother finish? Can Sharon finish? Sharon, when Fatty asked him,
what do you
he said, I don't cook and clean. He said, I don't cook and clean. So what is
you trying to do?
Yeah, what do you do on the regular?
Relax, be quiet.
Right. So I do it. So I keep my woman in a place where she don't have to worry about the outside world. Right. So so therefore once
look at Carmaya. See, you see how Carmaya and Miss Me, Carmaya, Miss Me, you know, even Smell the Roses, because sometimes Smell the Roses, she be going off the rail sometimes too, but for the most part, just quiet, just sitting there waiting their turn politely. Even Dalen, just chilling. They ain't jumping in, they're not trying to overshoot. Even SH, just sitting there chilling, they're waiting for the opportunity, even though you know SH up here doing all this trying to get the attention. I get that too. But dang, Skipper, relax, dog. Relax. This ain't your panel, man. If you want your panel where you can overtalk everybody, create your own panel, man. Y'all need to stop getting on people's platforms and trying to overtalk them. Sit back and then when they call you, be ready.
I'm doing that, she could just focus on just being strictly a woman. When she's focused on strictly being a woman, I'm more sexy. I walk in the kitchen, she drops a spoon on purpose just so she could bend over and pick it up, and I walk right behind her. That's the type of things that.
Sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is?
Yeah. You feel me?
You ain't about to.
No. See, this is the bullshit. See, this is that bullshit. No, I'm gonna give it to you. A woman that sees a man on his purpose, a man that's doing something, not helping, taking away the dishes. She's gladly doing that when she see a man that's on his purpose. When this man is working towards someone, she see a man that's being a man, hard at work, doing shit. That's what she's attracted to. That's what gets her wet. Not somebody who just sitting on the couch. Oh, baby girl, let me get these dishes for you. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, he got the dishes for me. No, they see a man that's purposeful. They see a man that's out here getting to it. That's what turns them on because that's what they are attracted to. They are attracted to an ambitious man. That's what they are attracted to. They are attracted to a man that don't have enough time for them. That's what they are attracted to. They want what they can't have most of the time. If you got all this access to your woman every single time, if you around your woman 10 times all the goddamn time, guess what? She gonna get tired of seeing you. Like, bro, go do something. But when she's not the main focus, when you are on your purpose and focus on the things you need to focus on, guarantee you, and she see you working and then she see the result of it, and she's been the result of that, she's been the beneficiary of your greatness, bro, that's what makes her wait, not you picking up a goddamn dish. Cool, if you want to help, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to do it. What I'm telling you is that that's not what gets them turned on. It's not. You sit here and let these chicks over here fool you all you want. You can sit here and let these SHs, the skippers, you can let them sit up here and lie to you all they want. That's cap.
Say nothing to him? Ain't that unpaid labor? Aren't you still at the house?
I know he took over all her bills and she don't work, so she's not in constant survival mode. I know that.
Yes. You said if you're at the house. Hold on, Fatty. You said if you're at the house and a man's taking care of the bills and you have to cook and clean, you in survival mode. That's what you said.
I said the premise that Fatty was talking about. We were talking about a woman that works, cooks, clean, kids. Carmaya brought up also waking up at 7 o'clock to add on time. I'm like, why don't you wake up and go wash some fucking dishes? Why don't you wake up and go get the kids ready for school? Because you're just adding on something and making sex a job on top of her already being in survival mode.
Crazy.
Can I ask my question?
Hold on, Skipper. So to be clear, if a man pays all the bills of the house, the woman at home is not in survival mode and she should give him sex when he wants. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Hold on, Miss Skipper. No, I want
that was never my premise. No, I think
answer the question. No,
whatever he wants, still no.
But that's the point.
Exactly. You just talk SH, you just talking. So SH believes that it's unpaid labor when a woman is at home, and that man after he works should still come home, help with cooking, help with the caring, kids, help with the rearing as well too. She's only co-signing at this moment because it's convenient for her to support what Sharon said when she's against his talking point. Y'all are taking turns. Excuse me. Y'all are taking turns co-signing for each other for things y'all really don't even believe in and support, but y'all doing it so all y'all just can be right with the women. And they're supporting y'all talking points. You ain't supporting they talking points. It just goes along with what y'all believe.
Okay, Sharon and Logic, I have a question. Do you both outside before entering the act of sex, before entering the act of pursuing sex, do you both pour into your wives on a mental and romantic level?
Yeah.
That's why they both get laid.
Can
it's that
get a
simple.
context?
That's why they both
outside
get
of you just saying that, can y'all give us context? What is
right? And she thought she cooking with that question. Ain't give no context. Pouring to your woman. That can mean anything. Pouring into your woman can mean anything. That doesn't tell me nothing. And she thought she did something, boy. She thought she said something because she kept trying to get that question out. She's like, Fatty, you asking the wrong question. Fatty, you asking the wrong question. And you ain't even giving context of what pouring to your shorty even means. And you look at her face. Look at her face. She thinks she said something. She thinks she did something.
This nigga is trash.
What does it mean to pour into your wife every single day? Can y'all?
I can say Tina.
Can you quantify? Can you quantify how many times a week? Can you quantify how many times a week?
Tell us how much you pour into your wife every day during. Excuse me. How many times y'all do it during the week? And what is it to pour into your wife?
It's taking into consideration their day to day. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's some days where I know like the days the girls got swimming or something, I got to pick up slack because I'm never. What?
No. Stick with what Sharon said. Sharon's just there for he's supporting everything in the outside world, right? Well, go ahead. Logic to what he said. I'm talking. Just finish. Somebody's talking.
Go that way.
Okay.
Put the back up.
I don't know if she knows she
It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much like the days where like she struggle, I have to pick up because like if she work all day and then got to come home and cook and take the girls to swimming, I got to pick up slack even though I was just at work all day. So if you don't take stuff like that into consideration, she not gonna be feeling you in the same type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure money is taken care of in every way possible. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see each other's money go in and out day to day, but you know what I'm saying? Like if she's stressed out about some type of bill, I'm gonna make sure that it's always covered. You feel me? Stuff like that. It's just little things. It's not much. If you notice that, you know, she having a hard day because of her time of the month, you know what I'm saying? Just doing a little extra help or whatever, making sure she's comfortable, stuff like that. It's not like this big thing where I gotta present her with roses every week or whatever, but it's just little things like that to maintain their emotional state to make sure they want to have sex with you.
Thank you. And I'm glad you made the point.
Skipper, excuse me. Y'all just, he just, his
That
mouth
would be
was
nice
running.
from
He
Whitney
literally
to
said
get
help you. He said
roses
help
for no
you.
reason.
And then he said pay, excuse me, please. He said help you, and he said pay the bills, help with the bills. That's what he literally said.
Nice summation.
Right? So hold on. I'm gonna take the help you out of it. So if a man is paying the bills, he's pouring into his woman.
That's one way.
No. Is that pouring into his woman?
Yes, that just said that's one way.
And I didn't just say
so I don't
pay
want
the
to.
bill.
Let me finish. I don't want to hit the button, but y'all.
Done called her. She don't even realize it because she thinks she's cooking. He didn't call her. Got caught in the trap.
Y'all checkmated yourself. I just said if he pays all the bills, should he get sex? You said a man should find a way to pour into his woman, and you're co-signing things just to be right. Again, for them to be right, he said pay bills, and you said that's one way. So hold on, Skipper. If you say that's one way, then he's already pouring into you if he pays all the bills. Correct?
Got him.
Correct. And Ali, as I stated, when you asked SH the question, I did agree that if a man is paying all the bills and you are staying home, that you should make time to have sex with him. Now, if we're speaking of a woman that's working 40 hours a week, then yes, you need to find something.
No,
because originally this was about a woman working.
I'm going to start muting y'all because y'all not following the conversation. This is about a man that works full time, takes care of all the bills, and the woman stays at home. We ain't talking about you working. Yes, it was. It was about if a man if you're a trad wife and he pays all the bills, you said that's not enough. A man should be pouring. Let me finish. You said that's not. You said that's not enough. A man should be pouring into his wife. Then
no, I did not.
Yes,
no, I did not. Let me explain something to you, Ali. I never smoked. I never drank. I have a very good memory. I did not say that.
Who said it? Who said you should pour into your wife?
No, I say you should pour into your wife in general. But what you said
you never said that.
I just agreed.
She keep contradicting herself, boy. She keep getting walked back every goddamn time. Just be quiet.
You said you never said that. My voice can go up too.
Paying bills is one way to pour into.
No, you just said you didn't say it.
When we were speaking about SH.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all again. Excuse me, Sharon. I don't have conversations in bad faith. Okay. Sharon, please stop. Again, I don't do this on y'all shows. If I go on y'all shows, I shut up. You can say you don't shut up. I shut up on everybody. Please be quiet on the show right now. I understand, Sean. I respect you, right? I respect Skipper too. You said you didn't say you don't. How do y'all pour into your wife? And you just said you did say you pour into your wife. That's what you said. So when he said I asked them to because they want to co-sign with y'all, he said help you or pay the bills. Then you change your answer and said, okay, paying the bills is now pouring into your wife. So there's no reason to talk about anything else. If a man paying the bills is pouring to his wife, he should get sex when he wants. There's nothing else to talk about.
Because hold on. Did we just see a video? Did we just go over a video on Wednesday where what was it, Wednesday morning? Yep, Wednesday morning, where the lady, she's talking, she was a stay-at-home wife and she wanted to work, right? Considering the fact that this man taking care of all the bills, she don't want for nothing, but she still want a job. So even if that woman works, even if she works 40 hours a week, and he's still paying all the bills, so that still means she should be giving up the box. Because based off of what Skipper says, that's one way to pour into your wife if she's paying all the bills. That's not considering the fact that There are women who still work 40 hours a week and their man is still taking care of all the bills, but they don't want to have that conversation either, though. The man is still taking care of all the bills, even though that they work 40 hours a week. So if that man is paying all the bills and yet she still works, he's still pouring into her. So why are you not giving him box then?
You're muted, Skipper. Excuse me. Now, go ahead.
Okay. As I agree when you first said it to SH, I said, yes, if you are a stay-at-home wife, then you do need to make as much time as possible to have sex with your husband. But if you are a woman that was working, which was the premise of what we were talking about, yes, you need to figure out ways to take things off her plate so she can get out of a survival mode, not wake up earlier, so that she can actually want to have the time to have sex with you. That was the point. It's very different between a woman that's working and a woman that's not working. The problem is men want women that are working to do things and have time to things that women that don't have to work. It's like you're not going to get the same results. That's not even reasonable. So that was my point. I've always stated the fact that you should weaponize sex. I've always stated the fact that if you are a stay-at-home wife, you should be cooking, you should be cleaning, you should be taking care of your household, and you should be satisfying your husband.
Yes, and before Mimi goes, I'm gonna concede to your point.
Just like the women say, just like y'all see all these posts that a lot of women would say, listen, ladies, if he really wanted to, he would do it, right? So we're going to use the same logic. If she really wanted to, she would. If she really wanted to give you box, she would. There wouldn't be no excuse behind it. There would be no I'm tired. There would be nothing. Because guess what? Don't matter if you're tired, fellas. Don't matter if you got things going on. If you really want to, you will do it. So it goes the same for them. If they really wanted to, they will do it. Case closed, bro. I'm not finna do this. I'm not finna do this conversation. That's crazy as hell. Just to be talking, man. Man, but let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yep, goes to say for stay-at-home husbands. Listen, you better be on top of your game, big dog. It applies. Listen, you better be on top of your game. But here's the thing, though. Most men be ready for the box. All you got to do is touch their leg and they ready to go most times. Now, if you got to a point in your life where now you to let yourself go, you didn't put on some weight on you, because a lot of niggas be talking that crazy shit. Oh man, y'all still cap. The whole man, bro, I still love my wife. Yeah, you can still love your wife to death. You can still love her to death. Wouldn't cheat on her, wouldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You love her up and down, right? But you just may not be as sexually attracted to her like you once were. That's possible. It happens. Now you got to figure out how to get back to that point of being that attraction, getting back to that attraction level. Understanding your person. Understand, like, all right, I got to figure out what drives this. I got to figure out what drives them again. I gotta figure out what that looks like. I don't look the same no more. I ain't 20 no more. Well, how do I get myself back to that mode? Well, how do I get myself back into, that sex crazed drive again? Well, one of those things is start lifting weights. Lifting heavy weights, pushing weight, getting that shit up there. Men and women alike, because guess what? You want to know some of the freakiest motherfuckers out here? Women who be lifting heavy weights, they be pushing weight, they be the horniest motherfuckers out here, whether you believe it or not. The ones who be working out on a consistent basis, they be on it. And that's a fact. I'm not just saying it just to be saying, that's a fact. So take that into consideration, man. And just the fact that sometimes it'll turn a woman off too if you ain't doing nothing. If you just sitting around the house ain't doing nothing all the time, all you do is come home, you just kick your feet up and drink a beer and watch TV all the time. Guess what? You ain't doing nothing. So yeah, of course she gonna dry up. And it goes the same for the woman. If you ain't taking care of yourself, you just looking like everything and whoever and who did it, he ain't gonna be attracted to you as much. And so therefore, guess what? His eyes gonna wander. He gonna look at other shorties. I'm like, damn, that motherfucker bad. It happens, bro. It's the natural nature. I'm not condoning it. It's the natural nature of men and women. That's the natural nature, dog. Men eyes are gonna wander, when he sees some fine, he's like, ooh, That doesn't mean he's gonna take action on it. It just means like, hey, that motherfucker fine, that boy. Then he turn around and look back at you like man, I love you. Damn, man. Like, come on, man. Like, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for her. She gonna see this tall dude that's in shape, that's fit, dressed well, smelling good, well groomed, and then she turn around, look back at you. You dressed like whatever. You ain't got no swag on you. You just threw on whatever. You ain't got a clean cut. You ain't shaved. You ain't done nothing. You ain't been in the gym. You wobbling when you walk. You got that belly popping out of that shirt. You ain't looking attractive no more. And so she gonna dry up. So it happens both ways. And so her eyes wander a little bit. She may not do nothing, but her eyes are wandering. So she looking at him. She looking at him like, ooh, wishing that you get your shit together. I know I ain't off on this. I know I'm not. I hear the story I hear it so many times, bro. I hear it so many times. I hear it so many times. Men and women alike complaining about their partner not being the best version of themselves because they got comfortable. No, I don't need help. I'm telling you what the facts is. See, hey, do me a favor. Put your profile picture up. I want to see what you look like. I'm curious. I don't need help. I'm telling you what real life is. But because you don't want to listen to it, that's fine with me. Continue to keep struggling in life like you want to without being real. Because I'm not coming at this in the bad faith conversation. We're having an actual conversation about real life, what goes on. Yeah, all right. I'll let you have it there. Cool. I don't know about real life. You're right. I'm just a bot. I'm just a robot. I don't know nothing about real life. I ain't never been outside the streets. I ain't never touched grass before. I ain't did none of that. I just be in the house. I'm an incel. I'll let you call it. I'm an incel. I'm an incel. Don't worry about it. I'll let you call me an incel. That's perfectly fine. But I know what's up. So I'll let you have it. Cause you still ain't even corrected the way that you write your sentences yet. And you telling me what I know about life. Girl, you best, boy or whoever you are, better sit down somewhere. But yeah, anyway, let me read this super chat real quick. Read the super chats.
Yeah, you right, man. Making money is 10 years, man, you're gonna have matching Benzes. 10 years. Think more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
Shout out to my dog, Real Life PJ, for the $10. He says, love the show, big dog. 100. Hey, bro, I appreciate you for the love, homie. Appreciate you for the love. Appreciate you showing love and believing in the platform, my dog. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. She says, like I said, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, all right, if you say so. Well, prove me wrong then. What am I wrong about? Prove me wrong. Because see, you can tell me I'm wrong any day, but what am I wrong about? Tell me what I'm wrong about. Listen, I'll let you call up. You want to call up so you can tell me how wrong I am? Tell me how I'm wrong. You want to come up? But you got to be on camera, though. You got to be on camera. I'll allow you to come up and tell me how I'm wrong. I will send you the link so you can come up and tell me how I'm wrong. Come and give me some enlightenment. Give me some insight. Want me to put the link up so you can come up and tell me how I'm wrong? But you got to be on camera, though. I want you to show your face. I want you to be on camera. Show me and tell me how I'm wrong about men and women. Tell me. I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. I want to know how I'm wrong on this. And I'm going to let you get your thoughts off. I ain't going to interrupt you. I'm just going to let you get your thoughts off. I'm curious. I want to know. I got to starve the ignorance of light. That's true. But I'm just curious, though. I just want to know. If they willing to come up. They just willing to come up one time, be on camera. Oh, okay. No, I think you're going to pay me. Oh, okay. So I get it. You ain't got nothing, huh? You thought you were going to get some free money out of this. Yeah, all right. Nah, I get it. So you really don't have no insight. You just talking just to be talking, because people who got real insight, they really want to get their shit off and tell me how I'm wrong. No, I'm not gonna pay you nothing. I'm not paying you a damn thing. But I see. See, that lets me know you don't have anything. They are slow. They don't. He or she, wherever it is. I don't know what it is, but they are slow. See, look. No, I do go inside. You don't see. You don't even know how to say you. That's a kid. It's a kid, bro. It's a kid. I think it's a kid. I think it's a kid. No, I do go outside. You don't know what you talk about. Yeah, it's a kid, dog. I think it's a kid. You talk about, like I said, I do and you don't. You don't know what you talking about your young, about you for a younger. What? You talking about for a younger who don't know nothing. Yeah, you good, big dog. You good. Don't even worry about it. You ain't even gotta come up. Cause I'm afraid of what you gonna sound like in real life. I'm afraid you might make the channel sound dumb. You might bring the value of my channel down. I'm good. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit the bell notification. Hey dog, I appreciate y'all for kicking with your boy today. It was dope. Appreciate y'all showing y'all support. Make sure y'all are here Tuesday for the Banter and Barter Show. But also, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you show love to my recent uploads as well. Go hype the videos, go show your love, and just let me know your thoughts and opinions on this video. All right. So until next time, I appreciate y'all. Clip that, and I'll holler.